I am not letting you finish what you have to say. Stop trying to make me upset.
See, look at him, y'all. He getting upset again. It's the full better after his brother here.
Well, then I'm sorry. My bad, P. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode and the final episode of season 2 of Life with Anime Podcast. Man, we are your hosts, Family Man Joe.
And Mr. Music Major, how y'all doing?
What's good, y'all? Man, yeah, this is crazy. This is episode 27? Should be episode 27. That means we did 18 episodes this season. This would be 18 because we started with episode 10. 18 episodes this season. And man, has it been one hell of a ride.
Bruh, it's been
hell of a ride. We went from 10 episodes bi-weekly season 1 to 18 almost straight weeks. Almost. We had one break. We had 1 week in there. I'm like, yeah, we need a break, P. But 18 weekly episodes, man, is crazy.
Yo, we went to like 100 subscribers, like 6,000.
Crazy. Our goal, y'all, just so you know, our goal for the end of the season, I have it written down, was 2.5K on YouTube. That was our goal. Not only did we completely destroy that, we are at 6K. Okay, a little bit over 6K. We'll see. Maybe by the way, it is currently June 21st as we are recording this. Okay, so by the time this comes out, we may have more than that. Maybe we'll have 7. Maybe you guys will have loved the previous 2 episodes so much and the reels so much. Hopefully so, and we'll have skyrocket up from there. But at the moment recording this, we are like 6.1, 6.2K. We surpassed our Instagram following and our TikTok following on YouTube, which is like.
We're at like over 3.
Was not in the cards.
Yeah, over 3K on Instagram and 4K on TikTok.
Are we at 3K?
I do believe we're at 3K. Let me.
You know what we are? We are at 3K. Yeah. We are just over 3K. But like, mind blown, bro. Like, this was not on my bingo card for 2024 for season 2 of Life with Anime Podcast. This is not on here. So the fact that it happened, I'm extremely excited, extremely happy. Thankful to all of you who are watching, who are listening. You know, it don't make no sense, but hey, we're here. We are here. Yeah.
It's been such a good
for
ride,
those of you
man.
that are. Go ahead, Pete.
No, I'm just saying, man. It's been
crazy,
and we'll get to all of that like later down. But bro, it has been such a great ride. And again, we'll get into like all of like what happened, maybe not, but it's been a very trying season, but it has been a very exhilarating.
Don't get all emotional on me, P.
Man, come on. You know I love to cry, man.
By
the way, Joe made me cry.
On camera.
Joe made me cry.
This man gonna tell the world. And not in a bully way, y'all. By the way, I did not bully this man. I did not bully him into crying. Okay, it was a sentimental moment. Every time he tells somebody, "Hey, yo, just can't believe this," Joe made me cry, y'all. They be like, "Joe, what you do?" No, I was being a good friend. Like, what you mean? Like,
and again, I have stated this in previous episodes. Joe is a great friend, man. But like, bro,
I'm not.
I'm
really not.
100% is. It's been like a very trying year for the both of us. It's been a trying year for me. But bro, like, to pull it together and make it happen and to grow the way we did, like, big shouts out to y'all. And again, we'll get into this too. Big shouts out to
Yeah.
We'll get into it. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, you're doing too much. Yeah, you say it too much.
Go ahead. You got
it. Real quick. Those of you who are watching, who are here for our finale episode, you right there, right? Y'all, man, we so greatly appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys like the episode. Comment down below and let us know what you think of what we have to say. Enjoy what we have coming, which is a recap of this season. Bring up some moments, some funny moments, some emotional moments, some angry moments of us yelling at each other, and just some dope moments. Just reminiscing on all that was season 2 of Life with Anime Podcast. So yeah, make sure you guys do all of that. And just know, just because this is a season finale, I'll say that. Hold on. I'll say that next. Hold on. Just bear with me 1 second. Those of you who are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, which I think is technically just part of YouTube now. I don't remember. But
really?
Podbean, RSS feed, iHeartRadio, all that. Whatever you're listening on, we appreciate you greatly. Make sure you follow the podcast, like this episode, leave a 5-star rating, and let us know how you feel about the episode, how you feel about the podcast in general. Man, it means a lot. Yeah. And like I was about to say before, mostly for our YouTube followers, we'll figure something out maybe for the listeners as well. But those of you that definitely are watching, more content is coming. This is not the end. Like it's not about to be a dry spell of no content for the podcast. Okay, there will be no more full-length episodes, no more weekly full-length episodes. However, the medium form content, I like to call it medium form, okay, because it's not the full hour-and-a-half episodes or hour episodes or whatever it is, but it's also not a minute-long short. So the medium form content is still coming, whether we're taking snippets from episodes, whether we come in here and do something special like we did with the Gear 5 Luffy
I was
episode,
about to say, listen,
right?
if Luffy goes Gear 6, we gon' make an episode. We gonna be here. So absolutely.
Matter of fact, not to spoil nothing, because we're not gonna spoil nothing, but something just happened in the manga, and that would be crazy to talk about. But we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Crazy. Oda said, "I'm gonna bring a ditto into this game." But
okay,
literally, but yeah, more shorts, more. Hold on. What'd I do?
Ditto.
What? Ditto from Pokemon.
Honestly, no, I get the reference. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody knows what you meant by that. But the people who know.
What do I mean by that? I posted it. Yeah, I posted it on Threads earlier today. I saw someone else post it, and I was like, yeah, actually, that's really crazy, because you're right.
By the way, real quick.
I'm not cutting any of that, by the way.
Oh, great. By the way, real quick, then, don't cut this. For all of those people that know what's going on, why are y'all shocked? Oda legit wrote this 15 chapters ago. Why y'all shocked?
He did. Yeah, well, I don't understand why they're mad now. However, I get their irritation a little bit, but the amount of irritation that y'all are having is kind of crazy.
What is the irritation that you get?
But yeah.
Just without spoiling, what is the irritation?
I can't go into it. I can't. There should only be one. but again, that's as much as I can say.
But again, I think that we forget about what he said about the devil fruit.
I saw,
and that's what I'm saying.
I saw it all.
It has been like, you did this, but you did this. What makes you think I can't do this?
No, I get you, and I'm gonna just leave it. But like I said before, there will be medium form content still coming. There will be short form content still coming. Whether we are obviously pulling stuff from the episodes like we normally do, whether we come back and make some more blind rankings. I know we did that before the past off season. We got ideas flowing. If you were one of the few 50 people, 20 something, whatever it was, that popped in to the live that we did on YouTube for all the 25 minutes right before recording this, we appreciate y'all being there. But we're probably gonna go live. We're gonna start doing some lives on Instagram, all that stuff. We got some technology to figure out to make sure it goes smoothly and looks good. But that's coming as well. So the podcast is not dead. Okay, we're not going anywhere. It's just the full-length episodes are going somewhere. I'm currently a free agent at this moment of recording this, but hopefully I will not be here soon.
Hopefully it's going to happen. Let's be for real.
Major life event, and I promised the people that were on there on the live that I would say it now, and I haven't said it before, and hopefully at this point, if y'all seen this episode, it has happened. But baby number 4 should be here. Joe is standing there times 4 instead of times 3. Yeah, man. And so with that, I got y'all get put to the back burner. Sorry, my baby boy, baby girl, have no clue what it is at this point.
Baby boy.
But if I have it, here's a picture. Here's a picture of the baby. But man, yeah, that's happening. So been dealing with a pregnant lady for a while now, trying to make sure she's good to go, make sure all the crazy kiddos are good to go, and make sure my baby number 4 is being taken care of inside
Shout
the
out
womb
to
and
the
all that stuff.
wifey.
So life's happening. Man, shout out to her, man, as she's taking care of the kiddos right now as we record this. Shout out to you, babe. I love you. I appreciate you. You are amazing. Thank you for everything and bearing all my children, as you should.
That's going to be cut out.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yes,
that's my wife. That's what she.
Ash, do you?
That's my wife. That's
we'll
what
talk about.
me and my wife. That's how we do things around here. That's all I'm saying. That's what she here for.
Okay.
She all for. She all for.
Okay.
So with that being said, as it is the season finale, we have one more random question that I have for Preston. Preston was supposed to come with me at one of these episodes with a random question. He never did. So I get to continue to bring the surprises, and I love it. All right, so random question. Okay, P, you ready?
No.
Okay, we had technical difficulties, so if this coming back in is a little choppy, we apologize. That's another thing that's happened all season long. Is just technical difficulty after technical difficulty after technical difficulty. It don't make no sense. Not one lick of sense, as we continue to have them right now.
When I move to Denver, it might be a different story.
Yeah, okay. Whenever that happens. All right, random question time. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay. If you had to forgive one person here, who would it be? Doflamingo, Blackbeard, Enel, Saint Charlos, Akainu, or is it Orochi, the dude from Wano? Is it Orochi? Did I say his name right?
Yes, Orochi. All of these are very terrible people to forgive.
Horrible.
Name them one more time. You named so many.
Orochi from Wano, Doflamingo, Akainu, Blackbeard, Saint Charlos, or Enel. Who are you forgiving?
Okay, so here's the thing. Saint Charles, like, we can get him out of here. Like, that you can't be that's the guy that we be punched in the face. Like, we not finna, like, he's a done deal. Enel, like, what are we forgiving Enel for?
He did kill some folk. He sent down some lightning from heaven and took some folk out. A lot of folk.
Blackbeard is almost like Blackbeard turned against his own crew to steal a devil fruit. So, like, I don't know if I can do that for him. Bruh, I hate
but he ain't at the bottom of the list.
Would it be bad if Doflamingo would be up there for me?
Really? Before Akainu?
What did Akainu do?
Before Blackbeard, you got
Blackbeard. Yeah, Blackbeard. Like,
he would be he would be up the top of.
So
that's
for me,
you're picking someone to forgive.
For me, I can't. So let me give I can't forgive Blackbeard because Blackbeard, one, was an adult and still did grimy things. You knew that you should not kill your own crewmate to steal a devil fruit. Like, that is, like, you should know better. But with Doflamingo, dude was born into, like, this is my life. This is what I am supposed to have. This is what I should have. If you know better, you do better. But with Doflamingo, him, like, being born into this, like, this is what you think it should be afforded to you. And so for those reasons, because even then we still see kind of Doflamingo.
So
go ahead.
You're gonna forgive Doflamingo before you forgive Akainu?
Again, what did Akainu do? You gotta get, like, what did Akainu do? Akainu did kill Ace.
That's what I'm saying. But
Akainu is also letting a.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yes, because Akainu, it's almost like what we talked about with Justin. Do you forgive, like, the one to save the many, or do you save the many to forgive the one? for me, I feel like Akainu has caused way more lives than what Doflamingo has, in my opinion.
Huh. Interesting.
And again, when you're one, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, so you're picking Dofi?
That's a real, like, all of this is a lose situation for me. But again, Doflamingo was young. And again, he should have been taught better. His father did try to teach him better, but his father also ripped him out of that. Ooh, I don't even want to say that's still rough, because morality wise, like, I understand, but as a kid, you don't understand. So Doflamingo is like, this is what is entitled to me. Why would you rip me out of this when this is what all I know?
Okay, right? But that's all St. Charles knows too. That's his whole life. Yeah, he's an adult, sure, but that's what he's been born in. That's what he's been born into and taught his whole life. So if you can't forgive him, then why is Dofi getting forgiven? And Dofi has been out in the world.
Because I think that's the difference, because sometimes I feel like Doflamingo did have a change of heart to where he, like, literally started to care for people. We see that with his family, with Baby Six, with, like, all of the inner family. Like, we saw that he cared for him. With Charles, I don't see him caring for anybody. There may have been, like, a slight change of heart for Doflamingo, no matter how small it was. There was a little change for him. With Charles, there's no change. Like, he just thinks that this is what it is for me, this is what is afforded to me, and this is what I want. But even with Dofi, like, he was like, as a child, like, this is what is afforded to me, this is what I want. But he had to go through the struggle to say, hey, yo, life really ain't fair. And he also had family to, like, pretty much, I don't want to say guide him, but he had, I feel like Doflamingo had, like, a little bit more of a change of heart than the other guy, in my opinion. I like that. Again, this is a lose situation. But if Akainu is a close second, but I feel like Akainu has turned a blind eye to a lot of things and has caused a lot of calamity due to the position that he's in. Like, I feel like he's caused more issues than what he should have if his moral compass was a little bit better and he stood up to things that were indifferent or wrong, almost like Garp. We could have different outcomes for a lot of things, but he didn't do that.
Yeah. Garp is different because Garp knows better. I don't think Akainu has that same mentality as a Garp. And so that's where as much as I hate Akainu, I give Akainu grace, because I think Akainu thinks that Akainu is doing what is right. Whereas Dofi is just doing what he wants to do for himself. Akainu thinks what he's doing is right for the whole world. How is that? No.
Because Akainu has I'm about to tell you, Akainu has changed his heart a few times as he's questioned himself to say whether this is right or whether this is wrong. You want to get into that? Akainu has questioned a couple of times, or even when there's a thing bubble.
I don't remember Akainu doing anything.
Oh my God, I wish, like, honestly, if I can bring it to you, we're going to insert it here. But I know for a fact that there has been instances to where Akainu knew it wasn't right, but because of the position that he's in, he had to go along with a couple of things. I forget whether it was with Fujitora or them.
Are you mixing up Kizaru?
No, I'm not. Because even I'm not. Okay. I'm not. I have to figure. I have to put that in. If I can find it, I will put it in before this is like edited.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah, no, I think Doflamingo had a little bit more of a change of heart. Akainu just does not have a change. It's because I feel like sometimes that's hard. Who you going with?
I gotta go to Akainu, bro. I gotta go to
Akainu is my number 2, though. Who's your number 2?
Especially especially I mean, as far as the menacing and like taking people's lives and what he did, Blackbeard is number 2. Because Akainu thinks that he's doing the right thing by being on the side of the Navy and the world government. He thinks he's doing the right thing. Until you bring me proof of him like second guessing himself, whatever.
Oh, we're
I don't
ranking
like
wrong.
at
I
all.
think
like,
we're ranking two different things. Like I think we have two different like rankings because like
that's
Blackbeard
just
is
based
at
on
my bottom.
Based on what I'm doing.
Oh
you
my
can't
God,
forgive Blackbeard for what he's done? Yet again, more technical difficulties, man. It is what it is at this point. Season finale has got to be one of the most difficult episodes we're dealing with. Apparently, we couldn't just end on a banger and have fun with it. We had to deal with tech. So, but P, who is the person that you are forgiving? You got one person you forgive from that list. Who is it that you are forgiving, bro?
All right, cool. So here's the thing. So there are two on my radar that I would probably forgive. Number 2 would be Animel. But number 1, I'm gonna give it to Dofi. I know that's crazy, but I'm gonna give it to Dofi. I feel like he was born into it. He was raised into it. I feel like he had a change of heart. He had family that he wanted to protect. I feel like he had a change of heart. Akainu, I'm not seeing the change of heart. Like I'm not seeing it. Blackbeard, there's no change of heart. If anything, Blackbeard got worse.
Okay. I don't understand the change of heart with Dofi. This man was still turning people into toys and erasing their existence from the literally the world.
But I think it was more so from like almost like a Madara standpoint. Like I am trying to like make the world better for
who? For him
and his family.
Man, whatever.
He's an Aaron.
I'm gonna
protect mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Akainu. I'm going with
Akainu is crazy to me.
He's a villain who thinks he's a hero. And do I necessarily agree? Do I agree with what he does and who he is? No, absolutely. But he's not
the worst part.
But he's not.
Akainu knows
but he's not literally out here murking people. He's not.
He murked Ace.
Okay, right. Okay. Outside of pirates, he's not murking civilians. He's not murking innocent people.
Oh, but he is because
he's killing people he's murking people who he thinks are bad guys.
No,
he didn't name a civilian that he murked.
Oh, he didn't murk anybody, but he allows the Celestials to murk people.
Okay, well his hands are tied in that sense. So I'll give him that. I kind of someone I get the corruptness of the world government. And Akainu's just a pawn and all this at the same point. I don't like Garp. I don't like him, but Garp. The thing is, Garp stands for something different, and we know that. And he a fraud.
I feel like Akainu ain't too far behind, and we had Akainu on that list too. I don't think he's too far behind.
I don't have proof of that. Akainu a fraud too, but I don't have proof of Akainu having morals that don't align with his actions. I don't have proof of it. You said you have some. I don't have any proof of that.
I'll find it.
You find it, you let me know. But I don't. I ain't proving that.
Either way, that is a lose-lose question.
No, the whole list is trash. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the question. It's just like you got to pick who's the lesser evil, even though there really is no lesser evil. Evil is evil. But yeah, we finally got that off the ground. Hopefully, we'll see, bro. Hey, yo, I
feel like it would have been a better conversation if we did not have to start it 4 freaking times.
Yeah, no, it definitely would have been way better if we didn't have to start over all this many times. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. We gotta do what we gotta do. We switched from Riverside, our normal spot that we record on, back to Squadcast, which also typically has issues. But hey, we're here. It is what it is, bro.
Strength in the Lord,
man. Yeah. So that was our last question of season 2 of Life with Anime Podcast. By the way, I know I'm adding time in here, bro. By the way, man, milestone moment for us. Life with Anime Podcast is no longer just a podcast. We are officially Life with Anime LLC, by the way. We created LLC. We got a business bank account now. Like the steps that we were taking just blows my mind. Should we have had an LLC earlier? Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
But the fact that we got one now, it don't matter. We are Life with Anime LLC. Hopefully, I have ideas. I know P's got ideas of things that we could do to branch from the LLC title, so it's not just a podcast. We have some other ideas and stuff coming on.
We're doing gaming. we're gonna do a couple of things.
There's some different business adventures I want to do, like these hats. I know we've gotten a ton of comments on the
merch.
hats.
We're gonna do.
We gotta do some merch, and so
Joe is excited about the merch. We gonna do the merch.
I'm just curious if you see this. I want y'all to leave a comment down below and just say hat, and let me know that y'all want a hat.
Let me tell you something, y'all.
I'm curious
Y'all
if people want
Joe
a hat.
happy. Y'all are going to,
if we right there, the black hat, the white hat. Let me know hat down below, and let me know what color, white or black, which hat color y'all like. We also talking about some rebranding. As you can see, the logo is a little bit different than what it normally is for us, right? Talking about some, bro, we trying to, bro, my mind, like I said before, I said in the live, I didn't say it here. Maybe I said it on here. I don't remember.
No, you said it on live.
Okay, I don't remember, bro. My mind is constantly racing. I'm constantly thinking of y'all, and just ways to make this podcast better for y'all and for us to have fun doing this, man. But yeah. Anyway, I digress.
Let me tell you something. If we get 25 hats in the comments, Joe is going to do.
Oh no, we doing hats. We're gonna do hats ASAP.
We're gonna do hats. Even at MOMOCon, I told Joe this about a couple of days ago. I went to the store. I don't know if it was Food Line or Walmart, but like I had like at least two people like, where'd you get the hat? It's like, we got a podcast. Where's the podcast? So for all of those people, or all of those two people that asked, yeah.
So I mean, the hat's gonna come, especially if y'all say y'all want the hats, and there's enough of y'all that want the hats. I'm gonna get my boy to make these hats for us, and we're gonna get them out to y'all.
I can get this in green like that Hunter hat.
See, I don't know if we're gonna do. We'll see. We'll figure out. We'll iron out the details. We'll iron out some details. We'll figure it out. But we'll get y'all these hats. All right. Anime Impact, the final Anime Impact of season 2, and it may not even be the final Anime Impact because I got some ideas with that to do during the off season as well. I
do as well.
So this final Anime Impact of season 2 episodes officially, what's going on? And so I will start this time. P volunteered me to start, so I'm gonna start. It also, I know the last one I had with Rob and Tracy and P last time I had was from Windbreaker. This one again is from Windbreaker, specifically from episode 12, which I thought was going to be the season finale, but was not. We got 13 episodes for season finale of Windbreaker.
I have not watched that yet. Okay.
Yeah. So, and it has to do with obviously our main character Sakura, and then the grade captain from the second years that we met in episode 12, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. But Sakura, we know, is when we introduced Sakura, he had one goal, and it was to come here, to come to Bofuren.
I just say Bofuren.
Yeah. Trying to be somewhat Bofuden, whatever. I'm butchering like crazy. But come to the school and be number one, right? Be top dog and fight his way to the top, solo dolo, to prove that he could do this alone, that by himself he is strong enough and strong-willed enough to do what he wants to do and needs to do, and doesn't care about the people that hated him coming up to this point, the people that tried to hold him back, the people who tried to put him down. He's like, I'm going to do this solo dolo by myself. All of that got turned upside down on its head in the first 2 episodes. They're like, yo, this ain't the place for that. This is a place where we stand up together. This is a place where we do what's right for the people that can't stand up for themselves. This is a place where you can be welcomed and come find family. Like, this ain't a place for you to be like, stand out and I'm going to do this by myself. And it completely took him for a loop. Like, he's like, what is this? Like, I know nothing about this. My hair alone has caused me so many issues. Like, what is this place? And so with that happening, his whole purpose of what he's doing and why he's doing it, he doesn't have it. He doesn't know what to do anymore. He's like, what do I want to do? And so he ends up being nominated to be the grade captain for the first years. And he fights it. He doesn't want to do it. He's like, I don't know. And he's a very shy and timid person, even though he's very rough and rigid on the outside, but internally he's very shy, doesn't want to deal with people that way, not good relationships, but rightfully so, because he hasn't had many friendships or even family members that loved on him based on what we know about his past. We haven't seen much, but based on what he's taught and the things that we've seen, he hasn't experienced love in the way that he needs to, or friendship the way that he should have in his past. And so he's rightfully so very shaky and wary of people. And so we see that they go on this basically go on, not necessarily a mission, but go take rounds basically around the city. They have to go find this cat. And so he, after being nominated, he's like, look, I'm gonna do something to like stand out my first time at being grade captain. So chasing this cat, whatever. And long story short, the other second year grade captain catches him. And so he notices as he's walking around, he's watching the second year grade captain trying like, what do I need to do as a grade captain? How do I need to stand out? How do I hold myself? How do I act as a grade captain? But he sees the second year guy basically delegating everything to everybody. And he's like, what is he doing? And he has the head honcho guy, and I'm bad with the names remembering, but the head guy over the whole school, the number one guy, is more of a take action himself kind of guy than a delegate to everybody else kind of guy. So it's like, this is different than what I've seen. So what are you doing? Why are you doing this? How are you doing things? And so he just straight up asked him, like, what is your goal? Like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I don't have anything I want to do. And our boy Sakura was like, well, then what's the point? There's no reason for you to be grade captain. And the dude gets hot. He stands up and gets hot and wants to. We get to learn about him that he's a very hot-headed person back in his past. And so he stands up like he's ready to box, and he has to like he has his coping mechanism that he does to calm himself down. He's basically like, look, I don't have a goal that I want to do, but those two over there and everybody else in my class has hopes for me, has expectations of me, and are following me for whatever reason it is. And I'm doing this for them. I can't let them down. And that hit for me. And I know I don't feel like I'm doing this justice at all. But that hit for me as a father and as a husband, because there are times, bro, where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. For me, my whole life has been like laid out and orchestrated, my career wise, right? I had high school sports like dictated my life and set my schedule. I got to college, football dictated my life and my schedule. I got out of college, the league dictated my life and my schedule year round. I've missed weddings, I've missed important moments because of football, because it's dictated. Joe has to be here at this time for this long on this day, and Joe gets these days off, and that's it, right? Like, obviously people have jobs and work and stuff like that do dictate the schedule, but like literally it dictates my entire life, right? And so especially as of late, like, I feel like my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing, being a free agent, is like kind of waning. I know my identity and my purpose is not in football, so that's not what I'm saying. I'm a God-fearing man, a Christian brother, and I understand where my purpose comes from, and it's in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I get that 100%. But football has dictated my life, and so with not having that and not having this goal and purpose to work towards outside of my faith, it's thrown me for a loop. But regardless of all of that, I still have a wife. I have a pregnant wife at that, and I have 3 daughters right now that are depending on me to stand up and stand on business and handle the things I need to handle. My responsibilities are on the field right now. Cool. Well, what can I do at home to help my kids grow? What can I do at home to help my wife who's doing this? I don't know what to do. There are things, I'm not used to being in a house this long all the time, but there are things that I now have to do and step up there. I don't know everything, so I got to lean on my wife a lot of times, and sometimes it drives her crazy because she's like, why don't you know how to do this? I'm like, I don't, but you tell me, I'll figure it out. And there are times where I slack and I don't. But bro, like, hearing him say like, I don't know what I'm doing or why I'm doing this, but they expect this of me. They believe in me. They have hopes for me. They have expectations for me, and they trust me. They put their whole trust in me to be the leader of this group. My wife and kids have put their trust in me. Maybe not necessarily my kids, because they just kind of get born into it. But my wife has picked me to lead our family and to hold things down. I have to live up to that. I have no choice but to. I don't. Like, that's just it. And I would hate, and there have been times that I have failed miserably, because I am not perfect as much as I would love to be. There are times that I have failed miserably, but I have to continue to push forward and stand up and do what I know is right and do the best that I can to hold it down for my family. And that, just hearing him say that, bro, like, the reason he does what he does is because they trusted him, believe him, and have put him in his place outside of him. He didn't want to be here. This wasn't the role that he picked for himself, but these people put him in that role and trusted him to handle it. So he's got to step up and do what he has to do. He's got to stand on business and take care of business, man. And so that hit for me, hard, real hard. So that's my last and final anime impact, y'all.
That was good, man. I don't know what you keep saying, like, I don't know if it's gonna hit. Like, first of all, you got to set up the story. And so I feel like you set up the story really well to say, hey, yo, this is what's going on. This is how I relate. Bruh, that is so relatable to where, bruh, I have been in life for like 2 years now. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if what I'm doing is right. I don't know if it's wrong. I don't know if I should be doing this. But there are people that are counting on me, that are banking on me getting it right. Whether I know I'm supposed to be right or wrong, people are banking on me getting it right. So I have no other option but to get it right.
Yeah.
that almost bring me to tears. Like, that's really good.
Okay.
That's really good, Joe.
What you got for us, P?
Dang, that's good, man.
Let me get the piano going. Let me get the organ going in the background.
You got no piano going this time. I'm gonna be really, really, really. I had to write it down, so I'm gonna be really, really brief. My anime impact comes from Demon Slayer. Yes, you guys, Demon Slayer, one of my favorite new gen anime. Topic: success takes time.
Okay. Oh, I might need to hear this because you know me, your boy trying to go.
This is why I brought, like, this. Honestly, this is why I brought it up, because I had you in mind. So Giyu recommends Tanjiro to pretty much train under the former Water Hashira, which was Giyu's former trainer. During the 2 years that he is there, the former Water Hashira pretty much puts Tanjiro through a year's worth of strength training, nothing else but strength training. Tanjiro gets there, his year of strength training is complete, and after that, the former Water Hashira says, "Okay, I need you to cut a boulder." Like, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but like, I've given you a year's worth of strength training. I need you to cut this boulder. It takes Tanjiro literally another year after strength training to cut this boulder. And so I was thinking that sometimes you feel like you're not going anywhere, that you're not doing anything, and sometimes that you feel like your efforts are all for naught. But you honestly have to remember that it is not all for nothing. You have been putting in the work. No matter whether it's been the year of strength training and the year of trying to cut your boulder or whatever you have in your life, it is not all for naught. The Bible says that you reap what you sow. No, it's not an organ thing. But the Bible says that you reap what you sow. So for Tanjiro, who has been legit putting in the work, who has been putting in the hours, who has been putting in, like, I got a year's worth of strength training. I got 6 months to try to cut the boulder and it still ain't working. And even then, God will still place people in your life to make it a little bit easier. With Tanjiro, like, he had people that came back who were the Water Hashira's former students to come back to help him out. God will always put things in place to help you cut your boulder. But even then, you reap what you sow. So if you reap those good things, if you reap the fact that, like, you sow good things. I'm sorry, you sow good things. So if you've been sowing the fact that you've been putting in the work, whether you're a content creator and you've been putting in the hours, you've been putting in the editing, you've been posting constantly, or whether it's just for me, to where, like, I've been putting in the work for my life. I've been, like, going to counseling. Like, I've been putting in the work. You reap what you sow. So if you sow good things, if you sow, like, those those things that you've been working for, when harvest time comes, you will reap all of those benefits. Now, God did not say when harvest time is going to come, but just know that you have to put in the work, and know that the work that you put in is not for nothing. It's going to be for a great benefit. Again, you reap what you sow. So you sow those good things. When harvest time comes, bruh, the harvest is going to be plentiful. On the other side, though, if you are sowing bad things and you're not putting in the work, then what harvest will you have? But we see that with Tanjiro, to where dude put in the work. He knows what he has to do. He is goal oriented. He is goal driven. He wants to save his sister, and he is willing to do whatever he can. And that's even for us. We want to make this podcast happen, so we are putting in the work. So when harvest time comes and it's time to reap the benefits of what we've sown, bruh, it is going to be a high good time. That's what I have.
Yeah, P was definitely thinking about me when he said all that. I know he was, because I'm
100%.
because boy, I tell you this today. I feel like I said it before. I don't know if I said it before, but today is June 21st. Like 4 or 5 out of our last like 6 or 7 YouTube shorts ain't done diddly squat. Crazy. And the crazy part is that hurts so much about it is that I put in, actually because some of them was Preston's, we have put in so much work into that, and I'm like, bro, this is fire. Like, what's being said is fire, the editing is fire in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have liked stuff like this before, but for whatever reason, y'all not even seeing it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what is going on? What did we do something? Is the real trash? Do y'all not like it? Does YouTube like, yeah, whatever? I'm just like, yo. I'm very impatient. I'm very my wife likes to say instant gratification. Like, I'm like, all right, I put the work in. Where's it at? Like, give me my harvest now. Like, yep, I did that. Here it is. I deposited. Now it's time to withdraw.
And I think that's the hardest part, because even like with Tanjiro, even though we got like maybe 4 episodes, even with those 4 or 5 episodes, it was a 2-year span.
Yeah, bro.
Instant gratification just doesn't, even though we want it so bad. But again, been putting in the work.
Yeah, hey, listen, work being put in. You ain't got to question that.
And not even that, but like even now, we're still getting to like reap some of the benefits of the work that was put in.
Oh, for sure.
We went from like legit 100 subscribers to like, plus 6,000. So like it's slow but steady. But Tanjiro also just reminds me that it is slow but steady. Like, it took him literally 2 years to cut a boulder, but he was consistent. He was persistent. And at the end of the day, and he was goal oriented.
I'm gonna be persistent. I'm gonna be persistent now.
But then
sure.
but I think that's why then, for a fact, that I know for us, like, it's not gonna be like we gonna get there. Like, it's
for sure.
Again, you reap what you sow, man. We ain't got no choice.
I ain't got no choice but to. I am
heavy in Jesus. I am heavy in my word. So like, you reap what you sow, and like, it has been nothing but good sowing. So like, I believe God that like, hey yo, the reaping is going to be crazy when it's harvest time. Oh, yeah. I cannot wait.
For sure. Good stuff, P. Good stuff, man. That was a good final anime impact, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all enjoy these anime impacts, man. I feel like that's something that is extremely important for us. I know we kind of were slow burn on trying to get them involved, and eventually we did and got consistent with it. But man, the impacts for me, man, is what makes anime so amazing.
Yeah.
Like that, like the life lessons and the identifying with characters, or even just moments, or even entire shows, man, whatever it is, like having those moments hit you and connect and like cut deep is like why I personally love anime so much. I love good hands, you know what I'm saying? You saw me talk with your hands. Mwah! You know what I'm saying? You saw that on a previous episode. At MOMOCON, we did the hot takes too. But like the anime impact, man, is literally is what cut deep for me, and it's what makes anime so amazing and so relatable for everyone. Yeah. Even those that don't love anime, I promise you, you find that one moment, not even a whole show, that one moment, you're like, hey, yo, bro, what is this? And what is this about? And where can I get more? Anime does that for you. Crazy.
And then to hear other people's perspective, like I said, even with you and Windbreaker, like I did not get that until you said something, and I was like, "That's what I'm saying." I was shaking my head like, "You damn Skippy,
bro." When I tell you, I like watched that conversation. I watched it like 3 times back to back as it happened. I'm like, wait, what did he say? Hold on, run that back. Let me make sure I didn't miss that. Because what? Yeah, bro, that's life right now. That's life right now. So. Good stuff, Pete. All right. Time to get into the meat and potatoes of what's going on with this episode. This is obviously, we said, finale, and we are recapping some of our favorite moments from the season, from episode 10 all the way to episode 26. And this is episode 27. Ooh, hello. Yeah. And so let's get this thing cracking. Starting with episode 10. We are back. Anime recommendations that we had. Just to be back, man, just to get the season 2 up and running again was really, really dope. Just to have a new, fresh look to the podcast, you know, how we formatted and edited things. P got his background going, you know what I'm saying? Finally, I love it. Got some anime in the background. Got the keys back there too. He trying to hide them a little bit, but it's, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't think y'all remember, but that first season, I was recording at my mom's house every weekend.
Every week. You can stay a couple episodes at Mama's house every now and then, but for the most part, P got a spot with his anime background, you know what I'm saying? So that's been really, really dope, man. Just to see the change in the look of season 1 to season 2 was great. But we talked about our anime recommendations. We asked you guys, the community, what you guys would recommend for a first time watcher. If this was a person that had never seen anime and you only had 3 shows to give them, what would those 3 shows be? And if they loved it, then they would stick and watch anime. If they didn't like it, they would never ever touch anime again. And the top 3 choices that were given was AOT as number 3, Death Note number 2, and of course, Full Alchemist Brotherhood number 1. You know what I'm saying? The GOAT.
I get it. I get
the GOAT.
I get it.
Perfect anime, not near perfect. Perfect.
Is that your number 1? That's right, because One Piece is your number 2. That's all right.
One Piece is number 3.
What's number 2?
What's number 2, P? What's your number 1?
Oh yeah! I don't know why I keep getting One Piece in. Okay, because One Piece is 3. Okay, cool.
One Piece is 3. Not that One Piece ain't a great story.
One Piece is my 2, so
but it ain't perfect. But yeah, those are the 3. And then this was the beginning of a lot of Demon Slayer conversations and arguments and fights and irritation moments. This is where it all started, man. This is where it all started.
Because Joe be essing on Demon Slayer for no particular reason, bro.
How's this most recent arc going for you guys? By the way, y'all really enjoying this arc?
First of all,
outside of the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe of that first episode, how y'all enjoying this arc right now?
First of all, we don't talk about Bruno. Number 1. For anybody
we talk about Bruno around here. We trying to figure out what's going on.
It's a training arc, bro. Leave it. First of all, it gets really good because, first of all, Zenitsu is going to have a moment to which this is one of my favorite moments. Say what you want. Say what you want. Like I said, we got a couple of episodes in. Keep watching. There are really good moments within this training arc. And you know that, Joe, because you read the manga. There are really good points within this training arc.
Okay. y'all ain't even got y'all phenomenal animation to carry y'all through this arc.
Okay, you want to talk about Hunter's training arc?
We're going to do that later. That great, but okay. Later.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, keep going.
The disrespect is crazy. We're going to talk about that later. I was already built. I kept my mouth shut for a reason.
I already knew you was going there, Joe.
We're going to talk about it later.
Training arc wasn't that great. Biscuit, that's where we're going. Okay, let's go. Now, Heaven's Arena, though, I'm not even seeing.
Thank you. How you gonna ignore Heaven's Arena and Greed? We're gonna talk about it later.
Oh no, Greed Island. You already know how I feel about Greed Island.
I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time.
One of the worst arcs in Hunter x Hunter, but keep going.
Hey, y'all, crucify this man down in the comments for me, please. Thank you.
Wow, so I'm Jesus.
No, you not. That's blasphemous. It's crazy.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, wow. That's crazy.
That is not blasphemy, but okay.
You just said you were Jesus. What?
That is not blasphemy, but I'm not Jesus.
Thank you for taking that back.
Come on. Do you really? Anyway, keep going, Joe. Dag on it.
But no, I mean, I think those are some of the better parts. Obviously, we went through different recommendations. Erased, Sword Art Online. The list kind of goes on and on. It's first season of Sword Art Online. First season. Okay.
Yeah.
Chill on the Sword Art Online.
Honestly, it's like.
Anyway, but even the first season, really?
No, the first season was good, but it wasn't like a first season part 1, part 2.
Technically, there's 2 parts.
Elves was like the part 2.
All right. Dang, first season part 1. Dang, man.
I'm just saying, man.
What, man? Sword Art Online get too much hate, bro.
Rightfully so. Gun Gale
actually wasn't that bad. It was not that bad.
Gun Gale was not good. You had that one dude. The only good thing about Gun Gale is we had that suspicious person with the mask that everybody was trying to figure out. And then once we figured out who it was, like, well.
We didn't figure it out to the end.
Send that down send that
man,
down.
Whatever, bro. All right, bro. Peak, if you don't start episode 11, please.
So episode 11 was our first guest episode of the season, and we had Tracy Allen on our first guest episode.
That boy.
Now Tracy got some takes. So number one, he coined the phrase, which I absolutely love. Not true, but I absolutely love. It's not your pacing. It's not your pacing. It's your pace. What? Oh.
It's not the pacing.
There you go.
It's your patience.
We gonna cut that.
No, I got a saying for you. It ain't the pacing. It's your patience.
That was really great. Tracy.
It's definitely the pacing. Hey, listen, we love One Piece around here. You know what I'm saying? We love it. You know, Tracy, but
man, I guess I got some One Piece up there.
You got some One Piece up there? Yeah, you good. But
I got Sanji up here.
Man, yeah. The garbage I threw away that you took out the garbage can.
That's crazy. So go ahead and never mind. I can't say that. I was going to say go ahead and put Law in there too because Kid is better. But anywho.
We'll get to him later with Honey.
Yeah.
Honey
was tripping too.
No, she was not. She was spitting too. Keep going on, Tracy.
So we also had the anime consumer list, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh, that was perfection, bro. He was spitting with that one.
I agree. Now, where would you first of all give the tier list, Joe? Because I can't remember.
All right, so bottom tier list is DBZ fan. You know the DBZ fans, the not so into anime type fans that have obviously grew up watching DBZ, watched Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe that didn't know anime type stuff, and that's what they know. You know what I'm saying? The casual every now and then I've seen anime, but I'm not like in the anime type of thing. Mm-hmm. Then there's the Weeb. Level 2, which is where I feel like we are, right? You cosplay a little bit, maybe. You go to some cons, maybe, but you done seen a good amount of anime. You enjoy anime. You identify with anime. You talk about anime. You got some anime friends, maybe, whatever. Like, that's level 2. And then there's the people I don't like.
The purists.
I'm sorry. The anime purists. I do love y'all for y'all knowledge and for the dedication that y'all have to anime and this amazing, amazing art form. But y'all be tripping. Y'all
Am I a borderline purist?
I don't know. No. You still a weeb, bro. You're not up there. As much as I would love to throw you up there to give you some more hate, to hate on you a little bit, I love you too much to let you go to the dark side. That's the dark side. You ain't going to the dark side. You're not a purist.
I don't feel like I'm a purist, but like, okay, no, I'll leave that alone. I'm not a purist.
What was you about to say?
Nothing.
Terrell, what was you about to say?
Edwin, I'm not going to say nothing. So we're going to leave that alone. I feel
Are you just trying to say that you feel like you're more than a weeb, but you're not quite a purist? Like you feel like you're in between?
Yes.
I can give you that. Yeah, I feel like there's levels to weeb. I think those are just like the general levels and the general categories, right? Like I feel like there's definitely some in between levels that we didn't really tap into and touch. It's just a lot. There's just probably a lot of different levels to it. But
Yeah,
sure, yeah, I'd say 2.5. Like I can argue in a fight over some anime for sure, but I'm not crucifying nobody for they take except for you. You
it
get
just
crucified
ain't
because
me.
you my boy. Who
It
else am I
just ain't
crucifying?
me.
Who else am I crucifying?
I think Tracy got a little bit of
I
crucifixion.
mean, that's just because it's Tracy. I'm talking about legitimately. I'm not about to talk to some stranger or no person online and just go off because of their hot take. I'm not doing that.
You think
My
I'm going
boys,
off of? You think
my
I'm going off of
boys.
random? You think
No,
I'm going off of
I'm just saying,
randos?
my boys. I'm saying purists would go off on a rando.
I go off
Purists
on a
come
rando.
into our comment section and say nonsense. I might give you crap. I'm gonna give Tracy crap. I'm gonna give Sean. I'm gonna put on Shonen's tier list that Mihawk is above Shanks just to give y'all crap. I'm not an anime purist though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm in that in between stage. So, but yeah, those are the levels. DBZ fan, weeb, anime purist, and then purists can kind of just, we appreciate the hate in the
I do
comment
know
sections.
some anime purists, and they are unbearable. I'm not even considering to lie to you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, what else we talk about, bro, with Tracy?
Yo,
man?
so and we'll probably get a little bit more into this in the later episodes, but it was Tracy versus Blaze when they had the pull-up competition, and Blaze
there was no competition
I was
because
about to
Blaze
say
didn't step
Blaze
up.
dropped out.
Crazy. We got him though. We got him in the gym though. You know what I'm saying? Getting him right. That's why I call him nephew. I done took him under my wing in the gym. That's where the nephew comes from. You know what I'm saying? Help Blaze in the gym a little bit. I
And
feel like I
Blaze
know.
woken up.
Well, hey, no, that boy Blaze
That boy
big now.
woken
He's
up.
solid. If you saw him sit next to me in the
I was
car,
gonna say,
them shoulders is boulders now.
no Diddy, but your legs was taking up half of the frame.
You didn't even have to go there. What else? But yeah, man, that man Tracy and Blaze, that was funny. But we did say that this man Tracy did have to bring Blaze into his streams to help him with the push-ups because Tracy couldn't handle all that, and we knew Blaze could knock out some push-ups because he's a strong dude. So you know what I'm saying? There's a little give and take there.
We also talked about now Tracy, Jesus, the power of friendship with Fairy Tail. Tracy, just admit that Fairy Tail is legitimately about power of friendship.
I'm staying out this one. Every time Fairy Tail gets brought up, I stay out. So go ahead, P.
But Tracy, it is. It is. You did bring up one reference of Jalal's tower to where he had to eat the crystals to poison him.
They get mobbed. There's nothing they can do.
There's nothing they get mobbed, bro. They get mobbed, bro. I get it, Tracy. I get it. By the way, great impersonation, Joe. I get it. But even then, at the end of that arc, power of friendship does prevail. Tracy, I'm sorry. I'm not a Fairy Tail fan. I try. I'm going to pick it up eventually. Probably not. But I'm going to try my best to pick it up. But as of right now, Fairy Tail is indeed about the power of friendship. Nothing wrong with the power of friendship. There are plenty of anime that do power of friendship. Fairy Tail is the one that does it the most. And lastly, since Joe has nothing to say about Fairy Tail,
I got nothing.
And lastly, but Joe actually corrected me on this. So he might have a little bit more input. Yeah. Tracy was saying that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, when we interviewed him, was not it.
He was, I think, at that point, he was like 4 or 5 episodes in. I think whatever it was, he had seen Shout Tucker, which to me is like the turning point. But whatever, he still wasn't really rocking with it. He was going to finish it. He said it was cool, but it wasn't like great, like everybody says. I think he's further along now, and he does seem to be enjoying it. Excuse me. He does seem to be enjoying it more now than he was before. So I'll take it. He not hyped like I'd want him to be, but you know what I'm saying? We Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood fans be chilling. We ain't toxic. We be chilling.
until Freerun took the helms, and then
I
y'all
love
started tripping a
Freerun.
little bit.
So stop that.
Y'all started tripping a little bit.
I love Freerun. But yeah, I'm not about to, saying if I was an anime purist, I'd be on his head being like, hey, yo, you tripping. I don't know what you watching. Go ahead and figure out what you're talking about and go ahead and try this again. Because from episode 1 is fire.
I
That's just
will
my
say
opinion.
there is an argument that Freerun could be better.
I'm not saying there isn't. I stated this beforehand. I'm not mad at someone
look
who
at him,
has
y'all. He getting upset again. Tracy's getting upset again. Sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
What's wrong with you?
Sorry.
Stop. I'm not saying Freerun doesn't have the potential to be better. I'm not saying that I couldn't argue with see someone's argument for Freerun being better than Full Metal.
It's like Windbreaker and
no, it's not. We're not doing that now. We're gonna talk about that later. But it is definitely not like that. That's night and day. That's night and day. But yeah, that was our episode of Tracy, man. It was a great episode. It was our best episode, I believe. At least it was. I'm pretty sure it's our best episode. Y'all loved having Tracy on. All our reels with Tracy, our episode with Tracy. So y'all love Tracy. So we'll have to get Tracy back on in season 3, I'm guessing. Actually, we got him back on. I'm tripping. We got him back on in that previous episode. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. At this point, we don't know because we haven't posted it yet. But yeah. Next episode was episode 11 and a half. Unfortunately, as most of you know, and if you don't, you've been sleeping under a rock because you've been watching too much anime. You're anime purist and haven't come up for air or come outside. You just been watching anime and ain't even been online. I don't know. But RIP to the legend, Mr. Toriyama, the creator of DBZ, all things, I guess, just Dragon Ball, all things Dragon Ball. And why am I blanking on his previous creations, P?
Oh, Dr. Slump.
Dr. Slump, thank you. I'm like, Dr. what? I almost said Stone. And I know that ain't it. But yeah, man, shout out to the legend. RIP to the legend. Obviously condolences to him, not him, but to his family and loved ones and his friends and his close associates, man. We lost a legend for sure in the anime community, someone that we all have to be grateful for. If you are in the anime community, you have been impacted and influenced by this man in one way, shape, or form. And so we just kind of went through our favorite moments in DBZ in this episode. It was an impromptu episode. It wasn't planned.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it happened. And we felt like we wanted to just give our condolences and just kind of give our flowers to him and I guess just share what he meant to us, what his creations meant to us, and how that impacted him. Like for me, one of the moments that really, really hit home was Vegeta sacrificing himself, but not necessarily the sacrifice, but the moment that he had with Trunks beforehand, where he was like, "Yo, I've never given my son a hug," and just had him on. He knew what he was about to do, and chose for his last thing that he did before that was to embrace his child, which is as a man who has slight daddy issues, that just chill. As a man who has some daddy issues, okay, all right, dang P, just to see that embrace in that moment again, going in the development of Vegeta from the introduction of Vegeta being a villain to now. He's still in his villain mode right now. He's like, let me get power and go off. But to see him then decide like, hey, yo, I'm the one that can kind of stop this. Let me show my son some love and then do what I got to do. Was definitely the moment for me that just so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember when Joe, I can't remember if he texted me or called me, but he was like, "Did you hear about Toriyama?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Check Twitter." And I was like, "Do not tell me,
man,
that this man has passed." And Joe was like,
"Just check, bro, because I can't even say it."
And like Joe said, man, dude has brought so many memories. Again, my cousins who don't even watch anime anymore. I can remember us getting off the bus. Like we would have our bikes parked. Like we would ride our bikes up to catch the bus. We would put them in another neighbor's yard. And when we would get off the bus, we would get our bikes back, rush down to my grandma's house where we caught the bus, and we would watch the latest episode of Dragon Ball Z. And even with the impact of Vegeta, Again, I talked about like you just don't have to be one thing for the rest of your life. With Vegeta, he was one person, he was a villain and ended up being like a family man and wanted to, just protect his family, and ended up, eventually wanting to protect the earth and all of his friends and all that good stuff. So you never have to be one thing for the rest of your life. You can always evolve, you can always adapt. And I feel like Vegeta portrayed that very well. And again, just with the memories that like I have my cousins like rushing down. Again, we would watch the episode, and then after we watched the episode, we would go outside and play Dragon Ball Z.
And who are you?
Your boy was Krillin. Krillin is my favorite character, but your boy was Krillin.
Man was trying to make Krillin go Super Saiyan.
What you talking? Krillin was going Super Saiyan, bald head and all. So, bro, the memories. Toriyama, rest in peace, man.
Yeah, we appreciate everything you did for the anime community, bro. Absolutely do. But yeah, P, why don't you talk about the next episode for us with the next guest? Oh, real quick. Sorry, hold on. To rewind real quick, because I'm going to make sure we do this. But go back to Tracy. Man, we want to say thank you to all of our guests. So with each episode as we go by, definitely want to say thank you, man. So Tracy, bro, you have become, at least for me, and I'm sure for P as well, but definitely for me, we spent a little bit more time together, obviously through stream and whatnot, with technology. Can't wait to finally meet you, even though your behind didn't come to MOMOCon.
Should have came to Momo.
But he
cue ominous music.
He promised. Yeah. He promised he's gonna come next year, so we just gotta make sure we go next year. But bro, like, just to see you grow on Twitch, for you to be as awesome as you are. Obviously, you're already on YouTube and all your content, man. You're doing your thing. But just appreciate your time. Being on the pod with us, man, taking the time to share your story, talk with us about anime, become a mod in your dang Twitch, a pillar in your dang Twitch, man. It's been dope spending a lot of time with you, obviously, even though through a screen and whatnot, just to get to know you a little bit more. Hope you're enjoying. By the time this comes out, you'll probably be back, actually, I think. But hope you enjoyed your trip to Japan, man. I'm jealous as all get out. I need the list of everywhere I need to go, all your favorite spots. I know you got the food spots written down. I know you got them because that boy is
man. I was
that boy is a foodie.
I want to be there.
That boy is a foodie. So yeah, man, really appreciate you. Thank you, bro. You're amazing. You truly are amazing.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah, I have not. Shout out to Tracy, man. Like I'm just happy to be in the number.
He the one that gave you nickname Pressure P. You know what I'm saying?
P.
Pressure P. Applying pressure.
Even though Fairy Tale is like a little bit lackluster.
That's crazy.
Tracy, we love you, Tracy. We love you. Next episode 12 was another guest episode with one of our favorite people, Mail.
Man, one of our favorites for sure.
Bruh. First of all, Mail knows romance anime like none other. But just a couple of highlight moments. And Joe, I'll let you because you word better than I do. So I will let you get the shout outs. And I'll let you get the shout outs. So the first thing, which was one of the funnier moments, is Preston and Tech in Threads. So listen, you guys, like, just don't judge me. I did not know what Threads was. Joe had texted me. It was like, "Hey, have you heard of Threads?" And I was like, "Nah." He was like, "It's like Twitter." And I was like, "Okay, so I'm gonna go on to Twitter and I'm gonna find Threads on Twitter."
I literally word for word was like, "It's Twitter, but for Instagram." That's what I said. I didn't just say Twitter. I said it's Twitter, but for Instagram.
Same thing. So I'm on Twitter and I'm like, "Yo, where's the Threads?" And
I'm like, "Bro."
I text Joe. I was like, "Joe." No.
You didn't text me. You FaceTimed me.
I'll let you go. I did FaceTime you. I did. Go ahead.
This man called me. It was like, "Joe, I don't see him." Like, "Bro, are you on Instagram?" "No." "Why are you on Instagram?" "You said Twitter." "Bro, I said it's Twitter for Instagram."
Twitter.
Go to your Twitter and click this right here. It was hilarious, bro. It was so funny.
So by the way, I am a skimmer when it comes to reading things.
Bro, this man does not read my text messages. He skims them, and it drives me wild.
I've gotten a little better, but
No, you haven't.
I've gotten a little better.
I don't know because I can't tell, but maybe you have. But all I know is you skim. If it's an important text message, the first line I'll say was, "Do not skim." And guess what? He'll still do, skim.
For the most part, I won't skim. I'll actually look at it.
Okay. Go ahead. You're a skimmer.
There have been instances to where you have said that, and I replied back, and you was like, "Did you skim?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, because based on your reply, I knew that you skimmed because you asked me a question that was answered in the text message. If you had just read what I said, you wouldn't be asking me no questions. You just be like, "Oh, okay, Joe," or "Yeah, here you go, Joe," or "Yeah, that works. Let's do that, Joe." But no, it's like, "Wait, what? So how are we gonna do? Or what do you want? Or what do you need?"
Y'all have
in the text message.
Y'all have to understand. I have a job to where I have like at least 150, 200 emails come through a day. And if I do not skim them, I do not get through my job. So skimming has become a way of life for me.
Don't be skimming my text messages. That's all I know. I don't skim yours. Don't skim mine.
Joe, we're coming from two different backgrounds. Anywho,
hold on. We talking about Preston and Tech. Again, it's not gonna be up there. Maybe by this time it might be up there. It's not up there currently, but we randomly decided to test out live on YouTube through Riverside.
All right, that was crazy.
And
that is not a tech thing though. That was also a you thing too, though.
No, it wasn't.
You talking about when I started?
No, I'm gonna talk about. So I started the live on. I didn't realize I started it and I thought I ended it, but I didn't.
No,
but I didn't end it.
But that's not on me. That's not on me.
Yes, it is. So it was like, oh snap, we're live, and he's like, where are we live? On YouTube.
I mean, I knew we were live, but like,
where? I can't see it. Pete, go to YouTube.
I was on YouTube.
Like you would go to YouTube.
So you're not finna do
and
that.
See any other.
I was on YouTube. What I failed to realize is that I could not be on our page and still do it. Like I had to go to my own page and then I saw it.
Oh,
like we not finna do that.
Oh, okay, P.
Okay. Like I'm not that technology illiterate. Like I do technology okay. I used to do it well.
Well, then I'm sorry. My bad, P. I'm sorry. That doesn't count then.
Yeah, it doesn't, but I appreciate it.
It still counts.
It doesn't. Anywho, well,
back to Mel.
Since Joe is putting me down, I actually will lift him up.
That's crazy.
Crazy. But crazy. Shouts out to Joe for putting us on to Freerun. I think this is where we actually found out to where I knew he had put me on to Freerun, but this is also where we found out that Joe had put Mel on to Freerun.
Man.
And which again we love Freerun. It's better than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So we absolutely love Freerun around here.
I know you don't think that. I truly know you don't. So like I'm just gonna let it slide. However, stop. If there is someone out there that truly believes that, like I said previously.
Oh, there you go. Y'all don't never do nothing. See, look at him, y'all. He getting upset again. It's them Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood fans.
If you have Freerun over FMAB, that is completely fine. You are free to do as you choose. Do I agree? No. Do I understand? 1,000%. Do I have Freerun up there as a very close to dang near perfect anime? Yes.
Is it in your top 10?
We were supposed to do that and we didn't. That may be first episode of season 3. Our renewed top 10 list. Because that's gonna be hard. Yeah, we got time. Because we also got new anime about to drop in 2 weeks. So yeah, we got time. But yeah, that have to be it. I don't know. Probably not, but it's close.
Last point. Male is a romance anime junkie, just like myself. I love me some good romance anime. I love a good cry. Listen. Y'all didn't see the episodes. I be crying on these episodes, and Joe also made me cry on one interview.
We've already said this.
No, that was on the live. They didn't hear this. But A Sign of Affection was one of Joe's. Why
are we talking about Joe?
Because Joe, you really did put us on to a lot of things, but also like shout out to Mel who Love is Hard for Otaku. Like, bro,
I still gotta watch that.
Bro, it is so good, and Mel is not lying. It is really good.
I've said so much. I have so many plans for romance and slice of life anime for me to do. And I just don't have the time. But I did tell Mel this. Like I said before, baby is coming. And if I ain't got a job, guess what I'm gonna be doing? Getting baby cuddles and watching anime.
Yeah, but you're gonna have a job, so
I mean, eventually, but not when the baby here, not right away. So me and baby about to be watching anime, and some romance anime is definitely gonna be on that list. But yeah, this is when I first started watching Sign of Affection. So
yeah, Sign of Affection, and there were so many other things like Mel put us on Undead Unluck. Like there are a couple of things. Mel's favorite Straw Hat is Nico Robin. We found out like why that was the case. We also found out that she likes Sanji.
Sanji was number 5 on the list. Her favorite Straw Hat. So I'll take it.
We also found out that she likes Sanji. Anywho. But yeah, Mel, geez, go ahead, Joe. I'll let you because you are good with words.
P, if you got something to say it.
No, I'm just saying, like, Mel is such a dope person, like, not only when we interviewed, but outside of when we interviewed her. She's always giving good recommendations. Listen, her stories are absolutely amazing when she is reviewing different anime, specifically kaiju. Mel, I need you to read that manga number 1.
Kaiju?
No, not kaiju. I'm sorry, not kaiju. No, I'll go back to that later. Nope.
Oh, you mean JJK?
I meant JJK.
Yeah,
but
she
her yeah, she already
she commented on the episode. She's like, it's not happening.
But her reviews on JJK primarily are really dope. She has really dope content, bro. The Freerin video that you put out, we can't say that. We probably can't say that either.
I'm bleeping that.
Male, like, bruh, she makes amazingly dope content. She's a dope person. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to just anime, romance, anything you can think of. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to anime, and just overall, just a dope person. Like, I am happy that we were able to meet you. We were able to interview you, and you just dope, Mel. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, no, I mean, you pretty much said it, Pete. I think the one thing I want to say, bro, is one, if y'all haven't watched the episode of Mel, one, go back and watch that so you get to know Mel and who she is and her anime impact and the influence anime has had on her life. But two, go check out her content, bro. This is the one thing I want to say about Mel's content, bro. It is phenomenal. And it doesn't get the love and attention that it deserves. It truly doesn't, because the way she analyzes anime, the way she talks about anime, how in depth she goes, and it's not surface. It's not surface content. She's like she does a very good job of like explaining elaborately how awesome these shows are, the different intricacies of the anime, and how they weave in and out. Like, bro, it's so dope to hear her talk about anime, bro. Like, I love talking about anime, but I'm like surface level, unless it's like something that like hits hard, like an impact moment. Mel is down deep with everything that she watches and talk about, bro. Yeah. It's so awesome to see. So, bro, please, if you follow us, if you are subscribed to us and you hear this or see this, go subscribe to Mel. Like, give her some love, bro, please, because she truly deserves it. Her content is phenomenal.
And homegirl be editing, man. Bro, like, she is.
Yes. Absolutely. So if you like us, you gotta love Mel. Like, you just have to. I promise you. Go find the video, go watch it, and if you don't like it, then it is what it is. But I promise you, you're gonna love it.
You are.
You're gonna love it, and you're gonna love Mel. Also, Mel's intros. This last episode, she was talking about Apothecary Diaries. This chick came.
Apothecary Diaries.
She came out not like that, but she like started the intro of the video. She was in the closet talking. I'm like, "Where's Mel?"
I gotta go.
And it slowly comes out the closet, takes the hoodie off. I'm like, Mel, her intros are hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
I'm writing it down now because when I get on the road, that is going to be the first thing.
Check out. It's her latest one at this point. Again, it is June 21st. I think she posted it on June 20th. So. Check that out.
Dope, man. Shouts out to you, Mel.
Shouts out to Mel. This next episode we're talking about, episode 13. This is an episode which is funny because we recorded the part 2 for this episode, but never posted it. Don't think y'all will ever get it because I didn't edit it, and I don't know if I'm ever going to take the time to edit it unless like something happens. But episode 13, we talked about 2 shows, Migi and Dali and High Card, and basically it's just me talking about 2 series, the first 6 episodes of High Card and the first 6 episodes of Migi and Dali, which are great shows, by the way. Awesome shows. Enjoyed watching.
Great shows.
Great shows. We were supposed to cosplay High Card, but then the cosplays didn't work out. So man, these cosplays, bro. Anyway.
I bought the shoes.
I hope you took them back. You ain't take them back. I know you didn't.
$70 shoes.
But they just didn't fit. And the quality of the cosplays was just off. But it was more of an basically we just ran through each episode. Basically, we talked about everything that happened in each episode. And I don't know I know P enjoyed it. And so we posted it, obviously. And so maybe y'all liked it. I hope y'all did. If you didn't, I don't blame you. I personally wasn't a fan. It just felt weird. Like, it just felt really weird. We didn't have our normal back and forth, didn't have our normal banter, didn't have our normal interactions. It just felt
we agreed on a lot of things.
We did, yeah. And not that necessarily we can't have good conversation while agreeing, but it was just a lot of me just talking about what happened, and it felt flat for me personally. So that is probably one of my least favorite episodes that we've done, next to the same thing we did with Hell's Paradise. We did a similar episode with Hell's Paradise in season 1. I actually think that one was better.
It was better. Here's my thing, man. I absolutely enjoy like those type of like, what is it, like review episodes, kind of sort of, to say like what happened and like the walkthrough of each episode. I absolutely enjoyed it. Like, even when me and Joe came to the decision that what's the name? Not Migi. But High Card was pretty much like another Bungo. Like, and we came on that decision together. Like, I don't know, like I it wasn't controversial. It wasn't like anything that was, had us jumping at each other's throats. It was like a really mellow episode. And I enjoy those types of things. Like, again, I like to break up monotony. So, like, because most of the time it's going to be me versus Joe, or me versus Joe and the guest.
No, Blaze on your side. Remember, I'm the op now.
But yeah, even in that episode, I was still like, even if when we'll get there, but the
Sonic and Mario
by myself. So I don't know, like I feel like I enjoy those type of episodes, but again, y'all didn't, and I understand. It was an okay episode for me. Is it one of my like favorites? No, we should do like our favorite episode out of. We should give our favorite episode out of.
Oh, that's easy.
I know which one for you.
We could do it at the end. I'll make sure we do it at the end. I'll make sure we do it at the end.
But yeah, so that was my so next episode was episode 14, our top winter anime, but more specifically, we wanted to talk about our spring anime of 2024 and what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, we're almost coming up on summer here now. Yep. The spring season is pretty much at an end. By the time y'all see this, is at a close. It's now summer season, as far as anime goes. So just kind of like basically talk about a couple of the anime that we said that we were looking forward to, and did we actually watch them? 1, and 2, how do we feel about them based on what we said before?
Inside joke, we'll tell y'all later. Yeah. So for me, my two were Kaiju and My Hero Academia. Kaiju is absolutely phenomenal. I just have to what is the word I'm looking for? I have to relate to a person, Kefla, who is 30 plus.
Oh, Kafka? Is it
Kafka.
Kafka?
Is it Kafka or Kefla?
Yeah.
No,
Kefla
Kefla is
DBZ.
DBZ.
That guy
Yeah, that wave, Goku
Yeah.
like pretty much surfed her. But I have to, I have to relate to a guy who is 30 plus, who myself, I am 30 plus, who still has
That boy
goals.
old.
He old.
Damn.
Insert again. We're gonna insert it again. When Naruto came out, I was 13. Damn.
Oh my gosh.
That would be a great callback again. But to relate to a guy who is 30 plus and still has goals and ambitions that he still wants to conquer. And again, I am 30 plus, and I still have things that I want to do, even though like I feel like sometimes I'm too old to do the things that I want to do. I still have goals for myself. Even in my quote unquote old age, just like the main character of Kaiju. And again, opportunities are afforded to him to where he can actually start to put his goals into fruition, just like what is going on with me. Like I am afforded different opportunities to like where now I just don't have to think that like, man, I wish I could have done this, but now like I can actually do some of the things that I want to do. So that was one of my biggest reasons why I was looking forward to Kaiju, is because I related to the main character so much. For My Hero Academia, listen, I'm only looking for one thing, and that's Stars and Stripes. Now, listen.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. She should listen.
The fact that she should not.
She went out with too OP for that. She went out with a bang. And I read the manga. I still enjoyed manga more than I enjoyed anime. But I do believe it did it justice. But again, homegirl should not have lost. Like her daggone quirk is too OP. And don't get me wrong, Shigaraki is also very OP. But her quirk can
do it. Basically, do what she wants.
She can do what she want to do within a certain area. Like she can do whatever she want to do. But I was looking so forward to that fight because I remember, and again, you guys may not remember, but Clubhouse was absolutely a thing. Shout out to Tammy, who started a Clubhouse room, and we would review My Hero Academia chapters week by week. And so I remember us reviewing this and remembering like how OP she was. It was like, there is no way Shigaraki is going to survive. Even though we know he's going to survive, how you going to survive this? Because you shouldn't. And so I remember us talking about that, and that's just like one of the greatest memories that I have. And so to like remember that moment like 2-3 years ago and to see it now playing
more
out.
Than that, I feel like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but to see that like play out now, bro, I have been waiting for that moment for a good time, for a good minute. So those are my two.
Yeah. Kaiju, I haven't been watching Kaiju. I think I watched the first 2 episodes, but chill. I read the manga, so I know what's going on. I think that's why I haven't touched it yet. I do plan on watching it all. I probably will here soon.
I will say, and again, shout out to Mel. Go check out her content.
Mel's the reason I read it.
But she also brought, and I, just watching it, you never like really, because it's been like I picked up the manga again, but like just from what Mel said, I had to pay attention, or not pay attention, but like pay attention. They put so much context into like the anime to where there were things that like weren't in the anime. I mean, that weren't in the manga that they put in the anime to make the story more cohesive. And like Mel pointed that out to me, and I went back and watched a couple episodes and like lined it up with the manga, and I was like, absolutely, this was not in there, but oh my god, it makes for such a better storyline.
I'll have to pay attention to that when I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Sorry. My two that I said I was looking forward to, or two of the ones I said I was looking forward to, one was Windbreaker, and it did not disappoint. It has not disappointed me. Could the story be a little bit better? Absolutely. But I think for this show right now, and I'm debating highly. I believe it's a manhwa, or maybe I don't know if it's a manhwa or manga, but I'm debating picking up and reading it after the next week when the season finale comes out. I don't know if I feel like it's gonna ruin it for me or not, but also I just really enjoy it, and I'm really enjoying the characters. I feel like they've done a good job with the characters. So that is that, and obviously the hands are definitely carrying it, but it's not just straight hands. It's not like, oh, this is just hands, and that's what I'm here for. I feel like the characters are doing a good job, and I feel like the story is definitely going to come along. I'm curious to see what they do, and it's not just like it was good enough to get turned into an anime. Something's got to be coming, right? It's not that show that we'll talk about later. We'll talk about it later because boy, oh boy, but. It lived up to the hype that I had for it, and I'm excited to see where this goes. The other one was Blue Lock Nagi, the movie that's coming out. Again, it's June 21st, so that'll be here in less than a week, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna convince wifey to let me go watch that in theaters. Because boy, oh boy,
if you take the kiddos,
I can't. No, I can't because that's gonna ruin it for me. I want to sit there and pay attention and watch it, and not be doing dad stuff the entire time. Daddy, what are they doing? And I want to go see it in sub, not dub. I watch Blue Lock in sub. I can't do it in dub.
I
bro.
watched it in both.
I did dub when I watched it with my mom. Shout out to my mom because she was like, "What should we watch?" I'm like, "Yo, watch Blue Lock," and she watched all of it. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. But Blue Lock Nagi obviously hasn't come out, so I can't say nothing. But it's Blue Lock. It's gonna be hype. The manga is hype. The movie gonna be hype. I'm curious to see how they do it with connecting it to the previous anime and the manga. Obviously, it's not canon based on what I understand about it, but we get a look back into Nagi and I'm assuming Rio's story. So,
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I'm all for that. So, absolutely.
Cool.
Next episode was episode 15 with the one and only Mr. Blake Koala. Blake Coelho is his name. Is his actual name, but because no one can say it or pronounce it properly, he goes by Blake Koala. But man, another dope guest that we had on the show, our third one at this point of the season. And he is a DBZ head, man. He loves all things DBZ. He's also a nerd outside of anime. Pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Lord of the Rings was another thing that he's really into as well. But dude is a big nerd. Been doing the content thing for a while. Started with the stop motion Lego stuff. Went to gaming content. Streaming on Twitch obviously for a while during the pandemic, and then has gotten back into the anime content obviously. Again, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. The link right over there of a piece head over there. But go check it out for all these episodes. But yeah, and man,
also a lifter. Dude.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. Like I knew he worked out, but dude's been like done strongman competitions, powerlifting competitions. Dude's done like every version of working out competitions. He's done it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Man used to work at Disney. Pretended to be Gaston. What was the other character that he said he did? Dang.
I remember Gaston for sure.
I remember Gaston. The picture of Gaston's literally stuck in my head, and now y'all get to see it. But man, yeah, it was Blake's dope dude. But yeah, he's obviously again being a big DB head, Dragon Ball head. Obviously the Toriyama death had a very major impact on him, and we talked a lot about how content creators were trying to basically eat off of the death of Toriyama, which was crazy. We didn't like, and for him, it took a while for him to address Toriyama's death because he didn't want to be like one of those creators that were just doing it just for the clout and just trying to basically ride the wave to going viral. But wanted to obviously pay his respects the way that he felt best to do so. And so we got to kind of talk about that with Blake, and it was really good to hear his perspective. So I know, like again, for us, we saw episode 11-15. Like we basically did it the day after we found out about Toriyama's death. Like we recorded it and then posted it. Didn't edit nothing really on there. Just kind of made it and put it out there because we felt like we weren't necessarily trying to capitalize on it, but also like wanted to definitely pay our respects in a timely manner and share that with you guys and share the impact he had on us. Blake had a different approach, which is obviously respect. And I know he respected ours, but we did kind of talk a lot about the nonsense that went on. People posting 10, 20 different reels over and over to just, build off of Toriyama's death, which is crazy.
And even like I remember people who like did not like DBZ or said DBZ was very bland or very boring and it was one of the worst anime that they've seen. And I've seen people like post like 5 or 6 videos, but you don't like DBZ, which was crazy to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and DBZ isn't my favorite. It's not
100%.
But DBZ has made a tremendous impact on our lives, regardless. And I love DBZ, so no slander to DBZ, but it's not a top 10 anime for me.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love it. From Gohan to Trunks to Vegeta, like those are my favorite characters, and I identify with those 3 in different ways. And so there's a difference between trashing on DBZ and then coming back to use it for clout, then acknowledging that it's not the greatest anime ever, but acknowledging the impact it has and the impact it has had on me personally, on us personally. So that's what we did. And then him and P got to go into it about Black Clover. P talking about how Black Clover is just basically tropes on tropes and not done well. So P, if you got some more you want to say about that, have at it, my boy.
No, I mean that's just it. I mean it's Black Clover is just a lot of anime that are just stacked into one. That's just pretty much it. It is Naruto who wants to be the Hokage. It is Fairy Tail and the Guild. Like it's a lot of things. Like Asta wants to be Naruto. He wants to be Luffy. He wants to One Piece and the Wizard King and the Pirate King. Like he just wants to be a lot of what the anime, what the previous anime are. And I was just like, I mean, and there are other animes who do tropes better. Even with Asta and Sister Lily, and he has a crush on, like there are other anime that do it better. And I feel like Black Clover just does it okay. Like it's a very mid anime. Shout out to Blake, shout out to Tracy. It is a very mid anime. 5, maybe 5.5. I can't give it a 6. Maybe a 6, but that's the highest it goes. But that's it. It's still a very enjoyable watch. And the manga, though, pretty daggone good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. But the anime, boo. Okay, that's it.
But yeah, wanted to give shout out to Blake, man. Give Blake his flowers. Great dude. We had a lot of technical difficulties with his episode before getting in. P had some Wi-Fi issues. Then there were some lag issues with the recording with him. So having to make that work, bro, he was like, hey, yo, I'm here. Y'all let me know when we're ready to go, and I'm ready to go. Like, had no issues. Afterwards, talked with us a bunch, chopped it up. Talked about dealing with sponsorships and stuff like that. Gave us a ton of advice as content creators, man. It was just really great to get to pick his brain a little bit, to hear his experiences and to kind of use that to help benefit us as well. So Blake was a great dude, man. Love him. Great guy, great attitude, great personality, trying to do something positive in the anime space, focusing on positivity. I know that's really his big thing. He wants his channel to be a place for new and old watchers to come and feel welcome and feel the positive vibe of anime and not necessarily the toxic nonsense that goes on typically throughout the community. So shouts out to you, Blake. Really do appreciate you, Blake.
Yeah.
If I feel like I said Blaze at one point earlier, and if I did, I apologize. Hopefully I didn't. Blake, Blaze, really, really close. Blaze, my nephew, talk about Blaze a lot, say his name a lot. So Blake.
Yeah, big shout out to Blake, man. I've been knowing Blake for a good minute. Me and Blake met on TikTok, and Blake has been nothing but a good dude. I remember shout out to oh my god, why am I blanking on my boy's name? Shout out to Michael Matlock, who if I do remember it right, Blake had a live and he invited Michael Matlock up, and Michael Matlock was like, I had wanted to be a guest, and Michael was like, hey, yo, Preston cool. Like, he good peoples. And so he invited me up, and we probably like talked on that live for like 3 or 4 hours.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a good time. And so that's where I met Blake, and Blake has always been like really good people's man. Like Joe said, very positive. Again, I remember the Beerus, like, because Blake has a cat. And so I remember the Beerus, like him wanting his cat to be Beerus. Like I remember that going viral.
I think he reposted that recently too.
He
just
did.
I
Okay,
think I
yeah,
just
I
saw
see it. Yeah.
like a week ago or within this past week. So
yeah, man, like Joe said, man, just big shouts out to you, man. You are really good people's man, and I wish you nothing but success.
Yeah.
So the next episode was episode 16. And this is with me and Joe, and there's really only one particular thing I really want to talk about.
Was this this a tier list turn shouting match or whatever? Is that what it was?
This was no, this was the questions.
Q&A. This is the Q&A.
Yeah. So this was episode 16. It was a Q&A. I think this was the first time we interacted with you guys to just poll you guys, see what kind of questions you had, and see if we could answer them. And one of those questions borderline on just talking about One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, and just the live adaptation of them both. And me and Joe got into a absolute shouting match. Again, I let Joe go for about 7 minutes, even though he did clock it at 4 minutes.
Yeah, I found out it was closer to like 5.5.
I know. And I let Joe go on with no interruption. I let him go. And I get a minute and a half into my conversation, into what I wanted to say. And Joe interrupts me. And when I tell you, I don't know, it might have just been a bad day. But like I automatically I went off. And I was like, damn, Joe, let me talk. And Joe was like, I'm just trying to help you. And at the time, Joe absolutely was just trying to help.
I was just trying to help.
Joe was absolutely trying to help me. And I was like, I don't care. Give me my moment. But that's actually probably, if not one of my favorite parts or one of my favorite moments of the season. One, it shows, again, I love humanistic characters. So one, it shows like how human we are. But also it shows that like, hey, yo, one, we really care about what we talk about. Because even if you go into like the rest of the conversation, like it pretty much still did not die down. Like you could tell at one point in time, like we was just like,
yeah, it was just
kind
like,
of very irritated. Like
we just gonna finish this episode and be done.
Like we just gonna finish this and be done. Like we tried to bring it back together, but like we were like really like kind of butting heads. And so I think that was one of my favorite moments because again, it shows like we're human, but two, that like we really care about what we're talking about. And three, this is the first time Joe yelled at me. And I don't know if this is the first time I yelled back.
It was more you yelled first and I yelled back.
And you yelled back. No, absolutely. But looking back at it now, because I looked back at it yesterday, and it is still like, it is hilarious to look at now. But in the time, I was like, get through the episode.
Yeah, he was hot.
Because even Joe was like, P, I'm not upset with you. And I was like, okay. Somebody mad. I don't know if it's me or you or both. I was a little when I am passionate about something, I really do get passionate. And sometimes it goes into like,
I think that's both of us. That's both of us.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Which
is why it's always fun to argue with each other.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because I was looking and I don't know if we're going to keep this in, but I was looking at the episode that we just dropped when we were talking about Tokyo Revengers. I started to get a little high. I was like, but I think that's one of the moments that I enjoy most is that like we are heated in battle, and then like once we cool down and I look at it, I was like, we was going in. But that's probably like one of my favorite moments of the season. But you go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, no, I think dang. I mean that's pretty much what we want to talk about with that one. Like that was the icing on the cake for that episode. Definitely capitalized on us yelling at each other for promoting that episode. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. And yeah, man, we definitely. I mean, obviously, we've done a little bit more. We got you guys hot takes, but we really wanted to like involve you guys in the episode. I love us coming up with stuff and talking about stuff, or taking inspiration and ideas and changing them and tweaking them to making them our own from other content creators. But we are at where we're at because of you guys. Not because of me, not because of P, not because we got Shonen on the pod or Jared on the pod or Tracy on the pod, though. Because we got Tracy a little bit because that episode did blow. But because of you guys and you guys' support, and so we want to make you guys feel a part of what we're doing and not just outsiders looking in, but someone who felt like I had an influence on what the content that's being made. So that was what that episode was about, and obviously we did it again a couple more times. So that was pretty much it, man. That was a fun episode. Just to get and answer your questions, whether it's anime related or even there's some personal questions in there as well. Yeah. Joe slid. That was the other one. Joe slid in my DMs.
Yo, how did I forget?
I don't know how you forgot about that, but I'm glad I remember that. It was the such and such day. Joe slid in my DMs.
It was July the 18th of 2018, and Joe slid straight into my DM.
All right, that's enough. Next episode that we had was episode 17 with That One Piece Talk. And boy, was that an interesting, awesome, freaking hilarious episode with them boys, man. Love them boys. I'm gonna talk about them at the end of this talk, but definitely love them boys over at That One Piece Talk. We got an inside view of their history together and learned they've known each other for a very, very long time. All four of them. Learned that Seb is like one of like 20 kids. I think 20 is a little bit of exaggeration, but I think it's like 12 or something like that. It's a lot of kids. And Seb is one of them ones. And then Larry basically lived with them without their parents knowing for a little bit. And just kind of hung on and then became, one of the boys. So that's hilarious. But getting to know that they've known each other that long makes a ton of sense as the chemistry and how they interact with each other. And just seeing them do their episodes is hilarious. And like it just like, oh, they've been boys for forever. They went from Larry and Seb not liking each other to Larry like, why is he around, to them being close as ever, So it was cool seeing that. And then we got into the live action talks again with them boys. And this was one of the moments where it's 3-on-1, P by himself. Because boy, I like Larry said, and this is one of my favorite quotes, bro.
I don't agree.
As anime fans, we've become too okay with mediocrity. And I agree. I got a different
I agree, but not for that episode. Not for what he was talking about, but I agree.
Mm-hmm. P was so hung up on budget, but it just for the three of us, I won't say it didn't make sense, but for the three of us, it didn't make sense what P was trying to say.
Bro, I was making great sense.
Okay. Listen, P
and also some of the comments agree with me, so I'm just saying.
So the comments agree with you about should there be live action?
Half of the comments agree with me.
The comments agree with you about live action, but as far as the quality,
3/4 of the comments agree.
You need to stop increasing them numbers. You need to chill out because you do it too much. Yet again, as always. But yeah, we got into a little bit. And then, like, I was trying to move us along because I knew we wasn't going to get there. And it got to the point where Larry was like, hey, yo. And I think it was Seb. Seb was like, hey, yo, Joe, transition us, bro.
Yeah, he's not going to get it.
He's not going to get it.
Nope.
So, that was dope. And, man, this was... I had already called because me and P like to hang out and watch their lives and their episodes that they do because they do their episodes live and get to see like all the people around the world that tune into the show, literally from everywhere. You name the place, they got someone, at least one person from that country that watches the episode. But one of the ones, and I can't remember exactly where they were from, but this is where like it solidified for us that Larry, really that One Piece Talk as a whole, but Larry tends to be the face of it all, so we give Larry this name, but Mr. Worldwide. Like they literally are worldwide. Larry is Mr. Worldwide. But there was a person who was dealing with cancer and chemo treatment, apparently, that literally used their episode and their podcast to help them get through this. Like that's crazy, bro. Like that's crazy in an awesome way, obviously, right? Like that's crazy to think that you guys have such an impact on someone that's going through one of the hardest struggles and the hardest times of their life, and you help them get through that.
You can be that light to help them like make this just a little bit better. Is crazy.
So they big time over there at ThatOnePieceTalk.
They
And
really
then
are big time.
Yeah, and then to go a little bit more lighthearted moment, we got Seb. This is one of my favorite blind rankings. We got Seb to put that man Dragon at number 1, which was great because that boy loved Dragon brooding and staring east. We don't even know if Dragon's still staring east or not, but he's staring somewhere and still brooding. And Seb don't like that, man. So the fact that we got Seb to put Dragon at number 1 was crazy. And I feel like I've done all the talking, but I do want to give these boys their flowers, man, and the love and respect that they deserve. They have been such a great help in our content journey this past year, this past season, bro. Like
honestly,
Larry,
they are. Go ahead.
Nope. Say something. Nope. Say something.
No, I was gonna say honestly, man, they are one of the reasons because even before we had them on our podcast, we were on their podcast. I forgot which episode of One Piece or what chapter of One Piece we reviewed.
I can't remember.
But it was when the Gorosei first. The last panel was when the Gorosei.
Yeah. That part.
I forgot. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I keep thinking that that's not a spoiler, but that is a spoiler.
Yeah. I'll put a spoiler warning.
Yeah. And so they had us on their podcast, and when I tell you that it was nothing but vibes and laughs, like I cannot. When I got off the podcast, like my daggone face was so freaking sore from laughing and smiling so much. But aside from that, like they shouted us out so much and they brought so much of their community to our page that was one of the instances to where like we really like started to take off. And because of that, like other people started looking at like our other videos and those videos started taking off. And so, man, just big shouts out. And not only that, but we'll get into this later, but like we got to meet them in person, or we got to meet Seb and Larry in person, and they are just as genuine in person as they are online. Like these are some of the dopest people
clowns,
that you
bro.
will ever. First of all, they are clowns. Like Larry and Sam are. First of all, they are way more funny. Like they are funnier. They are funny on their podcast, but in person, it's a totally different type of humor. But they are some of the most genuine guys that you will ever meet. And I guess like, and not to get too sentimental, but I am really grateful for the company that we're in, that we've been able to meet in this season. Like we have met nothing but like great people who, you know, want to see us succeed. We want to see them succeed, and they will do like whatever to make sure that happens for us, and vice versa. And again, talking on Seb and Larry, bro, they are some of the most genuine, like warm-hearted people that you will ever meet. Like they are really good guys, man. So I appreciate you guys to the utmost, man. Like I'll turn it over to Joe.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, they had us, like I said, they had us both on one point episode. I got to be on with Larry doing a live, reading the chapter.
Yeah.
Preston got to be a part of the 10, 12 live, the ranking.
Kid top 30.
No, he's not.
Ahead,
we'll talk about Kid later. But P's got to be on, I think, actually twice. P, two other times? Yeah, P got to be on there twice with them, bro. So they're constantly asking us to be on. I had to reject Larry at one point because I had to go take Scar to track practice one day. So like he's asked again to hop on. So bro, like they are genuine people, and they work with other genuine folk, and they care. They don't care how big you are. They care about who you are. And it truly does show. Larry constantly yelling at me to do different things to help the podcast grow. He's yelling at me to start a Discord, got us on Facebook, telling us to do lives. Like he's like, yo, like this is what y'all need to do, and I know it's gonna blow up for you guys. Like just do it. I promise you, it's gonna be great. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna be great at it. So man, we just really truly appreciate the support from those boys, Larry, Seb, Lionel, Lawrence, like all of them, man.
Yeah.
They are dope. They are dope. They are dope. And I actually still got a bone to pick with Seb, bro. My taking all that walking that we did at MOMOCon.
No, that's MOMOCon. We'll talk about
that in a second, bro. You still on the hot seat, bro.
That was about 5 miles, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You still on the hot seat. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
Next episode, we have episode 18, and that was the Toonami tier list. So, listen, there were a couple of good moments. One,
that tier list, bro, made me so upset. I'm not even gonna lie.
So first of all, tier list wasn't that bad. But there were a couple of moments.
There were a lot of, not a couple. There was a handful, a good solid handful of moments.
No, there was like 2.
I mean, yeah, because you got what you wanted 9 times out of 10.
I like to. So and me and Joe actually agreed on this, is that Bleach, the original Bleach, is a C-tier anime. Joe, don't you hide.
I was peer pressured, y'all. I was peer pressure. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not. And we both agreed.
No, we agreed.
We both agreed that, and again, Toonami had Toonami had like hitters. Like, go back and watch the episode. Toonami had hitters, and then we didn't even
cover all of the hitters on Toonami. We just covered like there was like a time period. Yeah. Like we didn't even cover everything that Toonami had. So like, yeah.
And I'm sorry, but like out of all of those, Bleach fell a little short. Yeah. And y'all already know how I feel about Bleach, which I like Bleach. I just feel like it's very repetitious. It's the same arc after the same arc. And when you're going against things like Batman, when you're going against things like Ben 10, like there's just again, when you bring anime into like the cartoon world, Jackie Chan adventures, like some of these cartoons really hit, and they hit better than some of these animes.
For sure. You talked about that. I'm gonna talk about this nonsense that you had me pull off here. This man Preston wanted to put Hunter x Hunter in C tier with Bleach. He did.
We had agreed on B tier that I wanted to put it in. And use
right, no, right. But if it was up to you solely, you wanted it in C tier.
I see.
The fact that you wanted Hunter x Hunter in C tier had me livid. C+,
that's when you played on my heartstrings when you was like, I need my boy back. But anyway, keep going.
This was around the time that me and P were starting to realize we needed to that come to Jesus conversation, and like we had some rockiness going on in the podcast and the friendship, and this was one of the moments where it was like we had a conversation before the episode. And I think I probably had made P cry before this episode too, but I used that a little bit to my advantage because I had Hunter x Hunter S tier anime.
And it played on my heartstrings, and I put it in daggone A when I did not want to.
You know what I'm saying? This man pulled up to a fight with a shovel. Moments. That man pulled up to a fight with a shovel and said, "Yeah, I'm burying you today. I'm gonna squash me a spider today." But anyway,
that's top 10. That's like, for me, that's like top 10, top 15 moments of all anime.
Obviously, when putting S and P, when putting C, it was like, we could put it in B tier. We could put it in B. No, we're not putting no B tier anime. At least A. And I had to pull on some heartstrings to get this man to put in A tier. But yeah, P, I needed my boy back, and I think I got my boy back. I got my boy back. P, what's up? Do I got him back yet or what?
We're good.
All right.
We're good.
Okay, just making sure. So.
Maybe one day that's like Patreon talk. Maybe one day we'll let y'all in on
Patreon. We ain't even got that's some other stuff coming. Yeah. We got some stuff that we got to get worked out. Episode 19. We had the homies, Mr. Rob and Jared, aka ShonenShowdown, and Mr. AnimexSundays, the mayor of Atlanta, and Household Showdown. Just our bosses,
who we work
you know
for.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who we work for. We over here, the janitors. You know what I'm saying? We got ShonenShowdown Syndicate subsidiary. We got down here is AnimexSundays, and then down here there's a couple of people in there. You know what I'm saying? The HSV from Tracy Allen, the Blaze Empire, NikeFinesse University. We got all them folks under that umbrella.
NikeFinesse University.
And then down here at the bottom, we got us lovely folk, that Life with Anime LLC.
Yo, LC?
You know what I'm saying? Got the official title on there, the LLC. We over here sweeping, mopping floors, cleaning toilets as the janitors. Maybe one day. Someone said in the episode, the Hot Takes 2 episode, when I had the little break because Rob called us during the episode. There's like, hopefully, obviously, Boss Man interrupting episodes. Maybe he'll give you that 0.02% raise. Yeah, so we're looking for that raise, Boss Man. If you got it for us, we appreciate it. But no, we had them boys on, and we did basically went off of Tracy's episode of him calling One Piece the perfect anime. So we decided to talk about a list of anime that were high up on our list, high up on your lists, and high up in my anime list, the website in general. And basically just talk about them as being a perfect anime, close to perfect, or how high they were. And we got ShonenShowdown on the show, so and we got that One Piece guru that decided himself, the One Piece guru, Mr. AnimexSundays himself on the show. So we're gonna be talking One Piece. It just is gonna happen. We're gonna talk One Piece. So we got into a nice little conversation, talk about Shanks losing his arm and the existence of hockey in the beginning versus now. And P was like, he ain't think hockey existed, or Oda didn't know what he was doing with it. We had to reel P back a little bit. He went a little bit off the deep end. We had to pull him back a little bit.
Kinda, sorta, but again, if you go and watch the episode, there was still some agreements with me about how hockey was.
But you not with everything you were saying.
At one point in time, I thought hockey was a retcon. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it was never mentioned. But it would. I guess you gotta just have trust in Oda, because again, it was not mentioned, but it was kind of used, and I guess he threw that in there just in case. Because even
I don't know about no just in case, but yeah.
Because even then we have to get into why Shanks lost his arm if he has this type of ability.
They did a good job of explaining, and that was the first time they did.
You're talking about Rob and Jared? I thought you were talking about
Rob and Jared did a great job of explaining that it was very situational at that moment. It was either, even based on Shanks having hockey or not, it was either hurry up and save Luffy or possibly arm. Listen, I didn't write the story, but they did a good job of explaining. And that was the first time I've heard of it as a situational type of event. So I rock with it. I'll let that slide. You know what I'm saying? Again, we got the One Piece guru talking about it, and we got obviously the One Piece head, Mr. ShonenShowdown, talking about it. So we know that they know what they're talking about for the most part, until it comes to Shanks and Mihawk. But
we'll let that slide for now. FMAB versus Freewind. We already know where we stand with that.
Yeah. No, I think we just both are two different types of shows. And we talked about how Freewind being a slower paced show in a time period where everything is not poorly or slowly paced in that sense, negative sense, but just, I think, and I don't even know if I like slower paced. It's a different perspective. It's not, because I forgot who said this, and I just saw this recently, but someone's saying we judge pace based on how much action is happening, versus Freewind isn't all about the action. There's action in it, but not the pacing of Freewind happens with how the story progresses and how many places they go. They're constantly moving. It's not like they're just staying in one place. They're constantly moving from place to place, meeting different people, doing different things. So it's not that it's a slow paced show. It's a more laid back show.
Let me ask you a question. Being that you are watching FMAB over again and you just watch Freewind, which one is more enjoyable?
Before we get into that, they was humming at me talking about, is it really your favorite episode if you haven't rewatched it? Well, I'm rewatching it right now.
They won. It was me and Rob. Jared actually was
I know. Yeah, you and Rob. Yeah. Mr. Goat Gia. Yeah, y'all was coming at me about me not rewatching FMAB. Well, I'm rewatching it, and I'm about 15 episodes in, something like that. Further along than Tracy is. Okay, I'm further in than Tracy is. All right, and I love it still to this day.
Better than Freewind?
Yes. Yes, I love free run. And for me personally, FMAB is still better than free run, and I love free run to death. I do. I ride for free run. I ride for Fern. I ride for my boy Stark. Okay.
I think if I had to, because how many episodes of free run was that? 24, 25?
Yeah.
I will say in over, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. But I
Watch
think
yourself.
the first 25 episodes. Now overall, I think that right now, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is a better anime because it's my number 4. But those first 25 episodes, I think Free Run very slightly edges it out.
Yeah, but the entirety of FMAB is 60
That's what I'm
something
saying. But
episodes.
that's what I try to get you to understand with Windbreaker and Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, but that's different.
It's not. It's not though. That's why I brought up my point. That is exactly why I brought that up, because I was gonna hope that you would get that, but it's not different. It's not. It's not. We're gonna put one season over an entire show. Like, that's hard to grasp, man.
I got you. It could be hard. It could be as hard as you want it to be.
And
you
if
better
that's the
start
case,
grasping.
But and again, if that's the case, then that's why I think Free Run is right now a better anime than, or at least 25 episodes in, it's better than the first 25 episodes of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
This is also the episode that Preston heard Hunter x Hunter and decided to knock his camera down and crash out. Okay, so insert that. There you go. And so, I don't know why Hunter x Hunter triggers this man so much that he has to knock over his couple $100 webcam.
I think it's a good anime.
Stop.
I think it's a good anime.
Stop.
I said it's good.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Now end. Be done. I don't want anything else. I want you to stop. That's what I want.
I think it's a good anime, but there are flaws.
I swear to God, P.
I think it's a good anime.
We also talked about Rob was hating on me.
Rob
was hating on me for not having finished Code Geass. I am not letting you finish what you have to say. Stop trying to make me upset, because I will swing through this webcam and hit you in your face. Anyway, Rob, Mr.
Some of those flaws
Geass
include Greed Island, which is not that great. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead, Joe.
Decided to say that Lelouch was a better main character than Edward Elric. Whether you agree with that or not, P, keep it to yourself. I'm not hearing nothing from you right now. I don't want to hear it, because I'm gonna go.
But you gonna get to go. You gonna get to say yours though.
And this man, the quote of the day from that, I'm not saying nothing. I disagree with Rob, but the quote of the day from that was, I had told him that I had said, "What? How would you feel if I told you I haven't finished it?" And he said, I would say that I'm not. It makes sense. I'm not surprised. I was hurt. That hurt.
That was funny.
That was funny. I love the boys. Man, Pete, say something real quick before, because I feel like I've just been talking. So say something about them boys real quick, and I'll finish it off.
We've been talking good. I don't want to ruffle
Shout out
feathers.
to the mayor. Shout out to Household Showdown, man. Them
Greed
boys.
Island is mid. Okay.
Them boys. God, dog. Don't do it, Joe. Them boys are awesome, bro. From the jump. Jared gets his flowers. I think he needs more flowers, and he needs more than just his flowers. But that dude right there, man, is something different. It's something special. He looks out
for so many people, man. Whether people really know it or not, but like, to get these people into places to where, like, honestly, you probably wouldn't get there if you did not know him.
Yeah.
But the fact that he really looks out for all of his people, or he tries to look out for all of his people and make sure that they are good and that they are taken care of, is absolutely ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Shouts out to Jared.
Yeah, I know we've talked a little bit and heard some of his sentiments, but man, that man, at the moment I can't do nothing but give him his flowers, man. That dude is something special, something different.
He's a hardworking guy.
Hardworking guy, looks out for us, and deserves more than what he's getting, for sure.
100%.
And of course, the homie ShonenShowdown, man, got to spend all of MOMOCON weekend
all
with
of
this boy.
MOMOCON, yeah.
Man, and we'll get to that. We'll get to some shenanigans with that. But that man is like a cousin.
I don't
It's like
think
a
y'all
brother at
really,
this point.
yeah. I don't think y'all really know how funny Rob is. Like low key, just hanging with Rob.
I can't
Rob
stand that.
is
I can't
a
stand
very
that man.
sarcastic, like funny guy, man.
But that man
Like,
has had us. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
no, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I'll say that man has had us together. Spin the wheel. Life with Anime LLC. Run, spin the wheel. I'm ready for the third one, so we
did
we
spin
run.
the
I
wheel.
won the first one. P won the second one. I'm ready for the third one, so we can rack it up. 3 rings back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Back to back to back. But nah, that man's had us on that. I was fortunate enough to be on his episode talking about Classroom Elite. Shout out back to Jared. Actually, Jared had us on 2 of his videos at MomoCon the previous year. We talked about Conquerors Hockey and whether some main characters would have it, and some side characters would have Conquerors Hockey. You know what I'm saying? So bro, man, I got to hang out with him in his spot. See the infamous wall with all the pictures. Man, just the wall. If you've watched any of his content, you know what the wall is. I'm talking about. But man, these boys, bro, have done nothing but help us out. Have been great and taking us in and just like treat us like boys.
House, like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know Jared wanted to do some content again this past year, just didn't work out. It got kind of chaotic and stuff like that. But man, shouts out to y'all boys. We really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all some of the dopest people we know, some of our favorite people in this space.
100.
It just, I'm not gonna get nobody no rankings, but y'all up there. Okay. I'm gonna just put it that way. All of y'all, everybody that we've had and connected with is up there, man. We're gonna get down to a list of people that we met and connected with, but like them boys, ShonenShowdown, that man, AnimexSundays, man, they have been there from the jump. And just continue to hold us down. So we really appreciate y'all. Love y'all boys.
Yeah, 100.
So
episode 20, we have the Blue Lock tier list. Again, there were a couple of instances to where I thought it was really good. Okay, number 1, we have Ace versus Itachi, who was the better brother. Listen, we talked for a good 20 minutes off this. We all know who the better brother is. Yes, we do, Joe, and you even said yourself who the better brother is.
I mean, I know what I said.
You don't agree?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone though.
What?
I'm gonna leave it alone though. I'm gonna leave it alone because I talked to some folks and I don't remember exactly what it was.
Go ahead.
I don't remember what it was that changed my mind a little bit. Shout out to my boy Jay Sims, obviously a big Itachi head. You know what it is, but yeah.
Is that who you talk to?
He made some legitimate points that I can't. It was obviously a while ago. I forgot what it was.
To say, give me the points.
It was a while ago, but he made some solid points.
Oh, I will argue Jay Sims all day, every day.
Oh, we know that. We know y'all love to argue. But no, that was a good conversation for sure. We went on about that for a minute. So obviously that was the random question that I asked P that episode. So obviously
them random questions was hidden though. I'm not them random questions. They be hidden. Yeah. But we all know who the better
you keep saying we all.
Yeah, we all. And
you
that's
keep saying
definitely
that.
Ace. That's Ace. I mean, majority of the people said that Ace was the better brother.
Okay.
We're not going to do that.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
One slaughtered the entire
keeping
family,
my mouth shut.
And
Continue.
one person didn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go, Joe. Just what you got to say, man.
I don't have nothing to say. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Next we have and I'll let Joe talk about this more so, but it was Joe talking about Isagi, and Joe like legit went off for about a good 5 to 7 minutes.
Did I go off on this one too?
Yeah, you did.
Man, that's my guy, bro. Isagi's my guy, bro. I don't know like how it just like Asagi came to me in a time of my life. Well, maybe not. Yeah, no, he did. It came to me in a time of my life where
it was
where I'm just I felt just like a time in my life where I felt like I was truly being a dog. And not to like boost my ego or anything like that. But like a time where I felt like I was doing what I needed to do and handling business, doing better than what I needed to do and doing more than what I need to do, and just wasn't getting
he not
wasn't
giving
getting the
y'all the he not
flowers
giving
that I
y'all the
deserve.
no, he not giving
And
y'all the
so
lowdown. No.
and so
No. He not giving y'all the lowdown. Dude came off the best season. I don't know if it was the best season that
it was
you
the
had
best
ever
season.
had.
It was the best
But
season.
dude came off I watched every game. Dude came off the best season that he had ever had. Like, I mean, Joe was Joeing. Go ahead, Joe. Continue.
I had a really good season, but clearly not good enough to even get a phone call back to come hang out at camp. And just like, you know, it was at a time in my life where I felt like I didn't get the respect or flowers that I deserved. And I guess I don't even want to say deserve, because I don't, you know what I'm saying, we don't deserve anything, but I feel like I had worked my butt off and proven myself. And to see Asagi do what he needed to do to adapt and change to his environment, to like want to just conquer and devour everything that stood in his path, like that's where I was. I was just like, yo, I don't, there's nothing I'm gonna let stop me. And there were things that got in my way, but I eventually overcame them. You know, and just like Asagi just hit hard for me, bro. That was one that just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can really tell, but I got him on right there. You know what I'm
I was trying to
saying?
figure out who that was, but
Yeah. The notorious, not B.I.G., but Isagi. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, who made that?
Dang, I'm blanking on his name. Who made this? Right there. Made this. Shout out to him. Wow, I'm pissed off that I'm blanking on it.
That's actually pretty dope. I didn't even get a chance to see the whole thing, but
Yeah, hold on.
that's really
Let
dope.
me give a little justice, a little more justice. You know what I'm saying? Pull it off real quick.
No,
Pull it
that's
up real
really
quick.
dope.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, dope shirt. And my man's is a dope content creator. I don't know what I got his face right here in my right here. But yeah, man, Sagi's my guy. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all have heard me rant about Asagi about 10 times at this point. So Sagi's my guy. All right. Episode 21, we had the one and only Nami herself, real life Nami Swan, ThousandHunny. Nami Swan. Man, she's awesome. One of the ones how we got connected with her is through Rob. And you got to learn about that. She was part of that Discord chat with Rob, with Gabe, aka Smile Bomb, Manga Mama Perry, Kumar Sutra, Chili Rex, Chinstant Noodles. And man, they are all some dope people. And Honey is a cosplayer who is known for her Nami cosplay. She's done almost every Nami outfit from every arc. I don't think she's done. Did she do Egghead yet?
I don't know. She hasn't done
I
Egghead
don't think
yet,
she's done
and
Egghead
then
yet.
there is one that
She
she
wants to do
wants
the
to do.
Nell cosplay.
That's gonna be
That's
fire.
gonna be fire. But yeah, man, she's great people's performer at heart. She can sing, but hasn't sung yet. So me and P are pressuring her to start doing some singing content. You know, hopefully that comes soon. But she's awesome, man. One that I know she's talked about her, like the struggles of basically, like, you know, obviously as a cosplayer, the content creator, especially as a female, your body is kind of is your job at this point, basically. And there are days where a lot of us, even myself, don't feel the best about ourselves. And so like having to deal with that a lot, having to deal with the weirdos, but also having such an amazing community, like to the point to where this chick literally has someone, I believe it was France, but
It's
has someone
France.
flying out from France to meet her at a con. Like that's just crazy
Crazy
to see
work.
the blow up that she had, to go from being a librarian and a teacher to doing content full time, and to seeing her socials blow up, her cosplays blow up. She does amazing cosplay. She's a beautiful woman. She definitely deserves her flowers. It's just dope to see her journey and how she's grown over this short period of time. Because she wasn't into doing, like, she had to be convinced by her friends and some other people, like, hey yo, like you need a cosplay account, like you need a cosplay social media, and so she took that and ran with it, man. So shout out to her. She's funny. She's a very, very funny person, and I think that's actually. I remember her saying in that episode. She's like, I'd rather someone tell me that I'm funny than how beautiful or pretty I am. And she legitimately is funny. What you see, her mentality, her attitude, how she is on her socials is how she is in person and talking. Even after the episode, we talked to her in the episode, and you saw how she was, and then that same energy and personality exuded itself even just in person. In private. In private, yeah. And she's great. She's great people's. So honey, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being on. Really appreciate your friendship. Really appreciate your comedy. And again, one day, cannot wait to see you doing some singing content. Do it in your cosplay, so it's still cosplay content, but can't wait to hear you sing.
Let's be for real. We need singing content.
Absolutely.
Man, you first of all, as like a theater / music nerd myself, I need to hear singing. I did catch you humming or singing a little bit on Twitch.
Yeah,
I need a little bit more of that. By the way, go Celtics. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Forgot she is a Celtics fan.
Let's go. But yeah, man, we need more singing. By the way, first cosplay, Android 18 smacked that out of the water. Or I think if that's not one of her first cosplays, it was one of the cosplays that got her
it was
recognized. So like, bruh, shouts out to you. But the singing, we need the singing.
We're waiting for it. We're waiting for it. Yeah. Next episode was with the one and only Gotta Hate Him podcast.
Hold on, stop.
Sorry.
Useless Captain Mid.
Oh, I forgot. Let me roll that back. Yeah. I mean, what do you want me to say, P? He's useless. We talked about this.
We talked about that. He's not useless.
This man should be so much better. Useless. Has the potential to be so much better, and he's just not. He's not though.
That's Oda's right.
We talked about this. This man should be. Oh, so now we hating on Oda?
I'm not hating on Oda. I'm just saying.
Okay, then. So therefore, this man is useless, Captain Mid.
He's not useless though.
Should be dang near Magneto.
He's not useless. Nah, I agree.
And he's not.
But he's not useless.
And he's too prideful. He's too Yeah, there you go. I liked how you said that. Helped.
Yes,
not take down, but helped take down Yonko.
Okay, if that's the case, then also what's my boy's name? Law helped take down Yonko.
Law took down Yonko.
See, that's crazy. Go ahead. Okay, next episode, we're not doing that. We're done with this.
But Kid top 15, right, P?
Top 30. 5.
You're getting closer.
Top 30, man. We and honestly, big shouts out back to that One Piece talk. We almost put Kid in 30.
Almost, but didn't because he's not. 30. Yeah, sorry. So I was premature. But next episode, Gotta Hate Him podcast had the one and only Shmeem, Mr. Shmeem from the Gotta Hate Him podcast, the host of the Gotta Hate Him podcast. Man, dope dude, bro. Like genuine dude. They have great content over there. All these people that we've mentioned, man, if you haven't gone and checked them out, all the little links is gonna be up there in that corner. Every time we drop another person we're talking about, their stuff is right up there. So go and check them out. Really if you like us, you're gonna love them. Period.
Really
point
quickly, blank. The Ace versus Itachi.
What's from them?
Joe got that from
I got that from them. Yeah. I know they got that from somebody on Twitter, but I got that from them. You know what I'm saying? But man, we talked about Sanji and Zoro and the humanistic aspects of them. Mm-hmm. Luffy sometimes let them do what they want to do and then not.
Following through.
I stand 10 toes down with what I said. The whole Nico Robin situation is different than the whole Cake Island situation, and the way Sanji handled it was just dirty and wrong.
He said don't come, and that's what you did. He said don't come after me. I got it, and Luffy was like, I'm coming.
And clip there. Yeah. Shmeem gave us his anime impact and talked about 2 characters he identified with, which I loved, but also was like, was Deku and Takemichi.
Good stuff.
And he talked about how, if I'm make sure I'm getting this right, P. He talked about how the whiny aspect of Deku was hard for him, but it wasn't that
but
hard
it
for
wasn't
him
that
for
hard for
Takamichi,
Takamichi. Yeah.
which don't make no dang sense. But him talking about the two characters definitely made sense. I love that these two characters were his anime impact. They were great. They really were great. Sorry, P, if you had something to add on, bro.
No, you good. I honestly, because I had thought about that a little bit more, because I think me and you talked a little bit. Yeah, we talked about it in the previous episode about Takamichi and Deku and the difference.
Yeah.
Well, not the previous. This won't be the previous episode, but
2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago. And honestly, I can almost kind of see why Takamichi might not have bothered him as much as Deku. One, because Deku was given something and Takamichi had nothing, nothing was really given to him. And again, I think Takamichi is a little bit more, even though I think both of them are very humanistic, I think Takamichi is a little bit more humanistic, being that like this is kind of quote unquote, I mean, you can't go back and forth into the future and past, but like this is quote unquote the real world. Like you don't have any superpowers, you don't have any like literally you gotta use your hands and your smarts and your wits, and that's what you have. And so I don't mind the crying from Takamichi, because honestly, like you are legit a human and you have to figure this out, as opposed to Deku. Like, bro, you got one of the better powers in the verse. Now, do you have to train your body to get to use all of it? Absolutely. But you are afforded one of the best powers in the verse. Not to say that, like, you didn't work for it. Well, actually, did he work for it? Not really. It was given to him. Like, he didn't work for it and then got it. Like, it was given to him and then he worked for it.
But he couldn't utilize it the way he needed
But that's
to.
what I'm saying.
It was given, but it wasn't really given.
I get that, but
No.
No, it was given to him before like he had to like work to be able to use it, but it was like afforded to him, like it was given to him. And maybe you can add like the work ethic, and All Might saw something in him to where like he was like, I'm going to entrust this to him, but like honestly, it was still given to him, as opposed to Takamichi. Like you're not giving nothing. Like you gotta figure that out. Okay. So.
And then I'm gonna let you go off on this last point, P. Here with this man Shmeem was.
I have nothing to say.
This man Shmeem was hating on Yu Yu Hakusho, bro.
Bruh.
He said Hunter x Hunter, which I'm not mad because it's Hunter x Hunter, but also like I still disagree that Hunter x Hunter was a better version of Yu Yu Hakusho.
And I first of all, Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho have two totally different pacings, totally different storylines. Like it's just different altogether. I can't even compare the two, besides they're written by Togashi. Like that's the only thing I can give it. But they are two totally separate, different entities. Shmeem. Like again, we are 2 hours and 8 minutes in. I wish I had
longer
the time.
Longer than that.
Why are we
because of what we recorded earlier.
Honestly, so we might be 2 hours and 40 minutes in.
Yeah, we're 2:30 right now.
Listen, I wish I had the time, but again, Yu Yu Hakusho is a precedented anime that has set up a lot of things for anime to follow, specifically tournament arcs. There are a couple of other things with like the knuckleheaded delinquent that was set up for other anime to follow, but specifically the tournament arc. The tournament arc everybody has followed, and in my opinion, which I know Shmeem does not agree, which I don't understand, but he thinks that so far the tournament arc has been rather boring. And I'm like, I really want to do a deep dive with him as to why do you think it's boring? Because again, it came out in 1993 or 1994, and I hate to throw like the card of like old and young, but Shmeem he a little bit younger than me or you in that case, and so maybe that's like a little bit of what's playing in. But if you see it for what it is, like Yu Yu is probably the best tournament arc. And you know what? I won't say Nope. My bias is gonna win every time. It's the best tournament arc.
So let's move on.
The best tournament arc. What other tournament arc is comparing? and then the payoff that we get, like for me, like a lot of the tournament arcs that we get, the tournament arcs are good. Even if we look at like a My Hero or we look at the tuning exams, like it starts okay, but the payoff is never that great. Like it's not. But for Yu Yu Hakusho, the payoff between Tagoro and Yusuke, the payoff was immaculate. Even to the point where it was almost like Yusuke don't know how you gonna win. Like every time you level up, Tagoro's like, I got a little bit more to take. I'm gonna go 90. I'm gonna go 100. Actually, I could go over 100%. I don't know how you gonna deal with it, but just deal with it. And so I think it was one of the better payoffs. And on top of that, we get great payoffs from each character in the okay. Go, because I'm gonna keep going. Go.
You said
go.
I got the time. All right, 10 minutes later.
Oh, you need to insert 30 minutes later from SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh. Hey yo, Shmeen, appreciate you, brother. Man, you're a dope dude. We talked about this on the pod, man. Like genuine, authentic guy. Y'all are doing great things over there on the podcast. We talked about the journey of you like dropping everything, moving out, and saying like, "This is what I'm going to do." You know, saying you had whatever you had in your bank account, and that was going towards the pod, getting started, bro. And it's obviously paid off. Your investment, you're sowing.
Shout out to
You are reaping what you sowed, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to P and his anime impact. So, shout out to you, man, and the dedication that you had. Shout out to Sis for helping you as well with that and everything that came along with it, man. So, shouts out to you, my brother.
Yeah. And big shouts out to you sticking around because we had technical difficulties with that episode as well.
Bro.
And Shmeen was like, "Hey, yo, if y'all here, I'm here."
I'm here. That
And
man
so
stuck
we
around
got
for
to
like
chat
an
it
hour and
up.
a half
Yeah.
after we were done. And if you remember the episode, we had a ton. The quality of the episode was trash because of some stuff. And Shmeem hung around for an extra hour and a half, and all 7 dealt with all that. So
Yeah.
appreciate you, brother. Episode 23, the first episode of the hot takes, and boy was them takes hot.
Boy.
But bro, we started off talking about the fall off of Ninja Kamui, bro, and it was hard.
It was hard.
Hard, like it's like, you know what I'm saying, you took a roller coaster and it got you up to the top real quick, and then it was just a straight drop after that. It was bad. And not only did it fall off, but somehow, some way, y'all, I don't know how they did it. I don't know where they're getting the money from or who is doing it, who is sponsoring this nonsense episode. Season 2 is coming.
Another one.
How, Sway?
It was so bad. Like
how?
And here's the thing. I have not finished it because I saw the end result and I do not want to put myself through it. But them first 3, maybe even 4 episodes, y'all ran the budget up. And then
so
y'all
want to have more budget later for the second season? Y'all like, oh well, if we stick with what we did the first 4, we're gonna be good. No, bro, be done.
No, they're gonna give us Zoid animation again. Like that's where we're going.
I'm like, I don't even know where's the story going. I thought it had wrapped up, if I remember correctly, but
that's the thing. I don't even know where the storyline is going. The last time I left, the storyline is where that little short dude,
that bad guy.
Yeah, that's where I left off. He was like
he got ixnayed, so he ain't even in there no more. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's that. We talked about Ninja Kamui and the fall off and how disappointing it was. I mean, I even cosplayed Ninja Kamui, but that I had decided on that cosplay. It was a good cosplay, but I had decided on that before I knew the fall off. But you know, I had to stick with it. So the mask was dope. It represented the first 4 episodes of Ninja Kamui and not the last 8. And then P came in here with the nonsense that Demon Slayer is better than Hunter x Hunter. I don't really feel like talking about it again. I don't have it. My heart can't handle it, P. So unless you truly have something that you want to say about how all the Demon Slayer arcs are better than Hunter x Hunter arcs, I'm good.
Well, so let me start real quick. I'll be brief. First of all, there are only 4 arcs. Is it 3? Yeah, no, it's 3. 4 arcs. 4 arcs. We're on the 4th arc of Demon Slayer.
And how's that going?
I think, can I finish? You didn't want to say anything, so
Yeah,
you didn't want to say. You didn't want to say nothing, so you let me talk. Oh no, you need to hear this. No, put the headphones on. Put the headphones on. Just as long as you can hear, I'm fine. Listen. Are there? Let me, because sometimes we go a little bit crazy. Do I think that there are some arcs out of the 4 arcs? Do I think that 3 of them are better than the first 3 of Demon Slayer arcs? I mean, better than the first 3 arcs of Hunter x Hunter? I do. Like, I'm not even finna. I had to sit and think about it, but the first 3 arcs were the exam, Greed Island,
retrieval, and then
and then Greed.
Heaven's Arena.
No, Greed was before Heaven's Arena, I thought.
No, it wasn't.
No, Greed is after Heaven's Arena.
Yeah, they had Heaven about Nan, and then Biscuit
and then
helped
they went
them utilize.
okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I forgot about that. So I forgot about the retrieval arc. The retrieval arc won't that. So I right now it's a very tit for tat like type of thing. I think
say what you gotta say, fool. I'm sorry. I shouldn't resort to name calling.
It's fine. Anywho,
that's what I wanted to call you, but I didn't. I held my tongue.
Okay, I mean,
P for whatever reason got Hunter x Hunter below Demon Slayer, so it is what it is. But y'all, you know what I love so much about Demon Slayer? They do this really, really well. I think they got a big brother that they're apparently trying to follow after, and its name is Attack on Titan.
Let's not do that. First of all, this is apparent. We don't know if it's true yet, but
this is apparently a rumor and down the rumor mill. Nothing's been officially confirmed. However, Demon Slayer apparently their last arc is going to be a trilogy movie series.
I don't know why they would do this.
What?
That is so stupid.
Because y'all keep eating it up. Y'all keep going to these movies.
What do you mean, movies? Y'all? What do y'all mean? What do you mean, y'all?
Y'all keep going to these movies.
Who's y'all?
And so like, oh, well, we can just do this and just make more because they're gonna keep coming.
First of all, Ufotable is going to do a great job with the movie. Number one, but number two, I am very leery of what they're trying to do. Like, don't get me wrong. The last.
Are you gonna go watch it? If this is true, you're gonna go watch it.
The last
okay then.
The last season. The last season. What? I mean, it's a movie. I have no other choice if I want to see it.
No, you can wait for it to come out on Crunchyroll like all the other stuff does.
I'm not doing that. Not doing that crap.
Why? Why pay more?
Anyway, I think it's a cash grab. I get it. Like, you're gonna milk Demon Slayer for what it is.
So like, just hand over your cash because you know it's a cash grab. So hey, you know what? I know this is a cash grab. Here you go.
That's fine.
Here you go 3 times. Come on, bro.
That's fine. I do believe it's a cash grab. Again, my only thing, like I said, do I agree with a 3 trilogy? Absolutely not. But again, I think that people do not give Demon Slayer the same grace that they give other anime, and I think that's what teased me off the most. Is that we do not afford the same grace as we give to other anime. And I'll leave it at that.
What do you mean, bro? People love Demon Slayer. What are you talking
about?
Oh,
so people? People, now you want to talk about all of y'all people? Yeah,
bro, it's one of the most popular anime out there. What are you talking about?
Again, I think people
they wouldn't be able to pull off these cash grabs if people didn't love Demon Slayer.
I think there's a lot more from what we see. There's a lot more hate towards Demon Slayer than anything, and we've seen that in our comments. We've seen that in our, like, let's be for real. If you want to poll, we polled before, and a lot of people would rather do anything else than Demon Slayer. I just think that Demon Slayer sometimes is not afforded the same grace as other anime. I won't name other anime, but I 100% believe that.
Believe it. That
Yep,
anime.
and that's that anime. You damn
Oh boy.
skippy. Who also did numerous amount of cash grabs. But okay. Want to give 7 movies and 3 and out of the 7 movies, 5 are just whack. But go ahead. Ultimate filler. We don't get that much from Demon Slayer, but okay.
He just yeah, I can see it on your face. This man just
I'm still. That's why I'm trying to chill out.
Man, and one of the
and Demon Slayer even in my top 10. I'm sorry, but like, bro, y'all. All right,
can we move on? You ready to move on? I'm ready to move on if you are. One of the hot takes.
One more time. No, I'm serious. Go ahead.
One of the hot takes in this episode that we want to highlight that was some nonsense, and I wish I remembered who it was from, but the one that said that Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood are boring. I shall state again, what show were you watching? Did you download this series? Did you download the series from LimeWire and watch it from there and get some random spoof of Full Metal? I don't understand why you would say that, how you could say that, how you could watch such a perfect show and say that, even if you don't agree that it's perfect, even if you don't agree that it's perfect, even if you don't think it's a 10 out of 10 anime, to say that it's boring, I don't get it. P, stop. Don't. Next episode, P. Actually, not next episode. Next topic.
I don't get to say nothing about Full Metal.
Nope.
Well, too bad. Listen. I like Full Metal. I like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's in my top 4. But listen, there are some points in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to where it's like I can't even tell that lie. I wish I could, but Full Metal Alchemist is not boring. Continue, Joe. Joe was finna boil.
I was about to drop my headphones again. Next is MOMOCON. We're kind of. I know MOMOCON ain't an episode, but we did a lot at MOMOCON. From the parties to the work that we did, man, we put in so much work at MOMOCON. And real quick, this is about to be an extensive list, and I know it is. But shouts out to all the mutuals that we got to meet and hang out with. So I'm about to go through this list because I wrote it down, and I probably missed some folks, and I apologize if I missed you.
I'm trying to see if you did, but it seems like
I feel I did my best to go through. So obviously,
you need to throw whatchamacallit in there.
We'll throw them in there when I miss them. You throw them at the end. Ready? Obviously, ShonenShowdown, AnimexSundays. We got Troop from Trap Sushi, and obviously that whole gang. We got Greg from Land Party. We got Blaze, Nike, Fantastic Frankie, Sin Poppy Gabe. We saw Vocals and Drill from Shout Out the Podcast is Real. We got Classic Man D, Rich, Gas MA Podcast, Freestyle MA Podcast. Anime Kickback Podcast. We got Legendary Yin. We got Urban Samo. We got Sam Bam. We got Toasty Marshmallow. Fifth Raikage. Azu Cosplay. We got Prince Trunks. We got Scooby ENT. Mobcast Mafia. Ozzy the Virus. Dominic Glover. Courtney Lolo. The King Caleb. Keats Did It. Anime Renee. And obviously we saw Shay. Mugiwara no Goofy. We saw your boys.
Shogo High
Pod. Thank you. I don't know how I forgot about them boys, and I just remembered them. High Pod. Man, shout out to all them boys, man. We met a lot of folks. Got to hang out with a lot of folks, even if it was only for 5 seconds. Got to interview a lot of these folks, man. The plan was to interview a bunch of people, random people as well, but most of our interviews ended up being mutuals that we were like, hey, yo, it's dope to see you. Matter of fact, come on, answer these questions real quick. Moon Killer was one. I'm trying to see if I remember somebody else, man. But yeah, shout out to all y'all, man. I definitely could have just went through the interview list that I had, but I forgot. I should have just did that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, shouts out to all y'all. Appreciate all y'all. What's up,
man? It was such a good time. And again, man, I've been around to where like people aren't the same. Like some of the names that like, because I've been going to cons a little bit longer than Joe. And so some of the bigger names that you see, like you see them online and they're great, and you see them in person and it's like, oh,
you're different.
You don't want to be bothered, or you don't want to talk to nobody, or you're real stuck up. But every last one of these people are absolutely the same. Like they are so genuine. Like it was just it was almost like one big family reunion. Like it was such a good time to just like meet all of these mutuals and to see like, bruh, like they are legit the same. Like what you see online and what you see on in their videos, they are like legit the same.
Here's what you get.
Honestly, Rock Fifth Raikage the same.
That's my daddy.
Trunks the same. Piccolo, I want to see him raised like a black pot. Like this, like all of these people are absolutely the same, man. So
yeah,
it was a good time.
Yeah, shout out to Trap Sushi and Land Party, man. Had a dope time. Man, shout out to Troop and his gang. Obviously, Jared, Anime Sundays. Shout out to Greg and Land Party and his folks, man. We had an absolute blast.
Them parties were hitting.
Absolutely hitting. Your boy we was out partying every night, and I don't party. Too old. I'm married. I ain't got no reason to be out there late like that. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning out.
I was about to say every night we got back to the hotel like 4
literally every night. Literally every night. Thursday night was the only night we didn't know. Thursday night we got back late. Trap Sushi.
No, Thursday. Friday was Land Party. Saturday was Trap Sushi. And Sunday but no, we left Monday. Sunday we went to the arcade and then they came back to the room and we were still up to like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So as P was talking about Sunday was up, man. We went to the arcade with Rob and Justin and Shay. And Jared pulled up for a little bit too. That boy Rob got his butt whooped in the arcade. Got whooped. That boy is a hooper, right? Insert Rob Hoop here. And your boy got outshot, like just was you know what I'm saying?
I will say I came in second place one time. After that, I should have let it go. I should have been like,
you should let it go. I think Rob beat me in one game. After that, it was a wrap. And then Rob got his revenge in bowling. I had the worst bowling game I've ever had in my entire life. Not making no excuses.
Them lanes were and between the lanes and the pins
being on strings. I hate that. But he got his dub. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear no smack. Oh, now we're making excuses. No, ain't no excuses. I should have won.
No,
you should have smacked him.
Yeah, I should have.
You got your shove. But however, there was the wonderful little punch out machine. You know what I'm saying? P, what happened with that? Who got last place with that? I can't remember.
So first of all, let's just be for real. Ain't nobody compete with Joe. Joe was just by himself. Joe was by himself.
Y'all didn't take no approach. Y'all was just standing right from the back.
We didn't.
I said take an approach.
And unfortunately, I only got to hit. I got to hit twice. Joe, you only got to hit 3 though.
I hit 3 times. No, I hit 4 because you broke
the machine.
I didn't break it. It was if you hit the highest score at the time, you got to hit again, basically. And each of my hits got hit the highest score.
But anyway, Joe ended up getting like a 906, like out of 1,000, I think.
I forgot what it was. I'm guessing 999 is probably the highest.
Yeah, but Joe ended up getting like a 906, 907. So I was like, all right, Joe by himself. But then Shonen stepped up. Shonen hit twice.
Twice.
And I think the highest one for him was like a 720.
I don't remember what it was. But we go. I got as we speak. We'll
go back.
You watch the clips. Yeah, we watch the clips right here.
And like Joe said, we didn't take any approach. So I would have loved to like try maybe like 2 or 3 times like to get form right. But I was just trying to like put the most power I could. But anywho, and then I stepped up and I got like a 760 something, 764. So that put Rob in last place out of like who's the strongest.
And the funny part is Rob wanted to go one more time. And literally as Rob was about to swipe
12 o'clock,
they shut it down. Everything turned off, and Rob couldn't go again, bro. It was the greatest thing ever.
It was just left at me being second and Rob being last.
It was phenomenal.
And in all honesty, if Rob would have went and got higher, then I would
we're not talking about that. We don't know.
No, but what I'm saying is, if it would have, then I would have went. Like this would have probably went into an all night type.
Yeah, went on for all. But
because I'm competitive, but them two are like Joe and
Rob
and
is a competitor, bro.
Rob is competitive, 100%.
He is a competitor, bro. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
Rob,
Momo,
yeah, third place, man. Sorry, man.
yeah, you the weakest one.
Sorry, man.
Group. And we didn't get Justin in there. Justin and Shay didn't participate. You could have been fifth.
Yeah.
You probably would have been fifth if them two had opted in there. Shay probably would have took the number one spot. But man, it was a dope time. Shout out to everybody at MOMOCON, man. Shout out to MOMOCON for hooking us up, getting us in there. It was a blast. But episode 24, we'll keep it pushing. Our first episode we recorded live in person this year. We had Blaze and Nike on. And if you saw it, you had to die laughing. If you didn't die laughing, you have no sense of humor whatsoever, no funny bone. Get yourself checked out. But bro, some of the things everything was funny, bro. We bullied the heck out of Blaze
Tracy.
so many times.
Oh, I'm
man.
sorry, Tracy and Blaze.
Tracy too. Called Nike
Blaze,
AD. Poor Blaze, how?
Poor Blaze,
Man, whatever. Bro. I ain't trying to hear all that. That boy got that boy nephew. What's up, nephew? Nike nephew too. You know what I'm saying? Both them boys' nephew.
Hey, music head too. So big
yeah.
Yeah.
Them boys was just geeking out over music, and me and Blaze like, yeah, I don't know, we just lift weights. We just lift weights. Great time, bro, with them boys, man. Appreciate their time hanging out. But yeah, we definitely had some messages for Tracy. Shout out to that pineapple, that pineapple brother over there, that Chipotle brother. All the different
Who's in Japan?
Huh? It was in Japan. It was currently in Japan as we record this, man. Shout out to them. But man, not much to say. Oh, the P had a moment of being solo dolo again, 3-on-1. Super Mario basically versus Sonic, and we was like, who likes Mario over Sonic anyway? And P was just like, and Nike's like, oh no, we got one. And so P had a moment of being solo dolo 3-on-1 again, which typically happens. P's used to it. We're all used to it at this point.
But again, I think from that moment, the funniest it for me anyway, the funniest moment out of that episode is when everybody was chiming in a different Sonic game. And every time Nike said something, everyone's like, it won't that good. And so Nike had named one more, and me and Blaze simultaneously was like,
I mean,
and when I tell you, like, that was like, I probably watched that maybe like 6 times in a row. That was hilarious to me.
I did the we're happy and we're singing and we're color. Give me a high five. Bro, I played that clip so many times because one was in the intro. So it was editing the intro so many times. My wife got so tired of hearing that clip. And I tell you, I listened to it at least 50 times. I died laughing and sung it every single time. Episode was great, bro. So shout out to them boys. Hey, yo, Blaze, Nike, bro, fellas, man. Appreciate y'all for real, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Obviously mess with y'all. Blaze, I bully you a lot, call you nephew. I mean, you called me on first before I called you nephew. So that's on you at this point. But love y'all boys for real, man. Y'all made that episode absolutely dope, absolutely phenomenal. Your chemistry, your dynamic is crazy. We love it. In person, hanging out with y'all was just different, bro. It was great to finally hang out and see y'all in person for real. Like it really was dope. So shouts out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for being who y'all are. Continue to grow, continue to change and develop and evolve with your content. Evolution, man. Nike, can't wait to see what you're doing, man, with getting the film going, bro.
Yeah.
And Blaze, obviously, we already know what you do, man. You're funny as heck. Both of you are hilarious as heck, bro. But can't wait to see the evolution of your content and what you guys do next, man. So love y'all boys for real. Appreciate y'all.
Episode 25. We have Hot Takes Part 2. Again, this was one of the only episodes of the season that me and Joe were able to record in person. And one of the hot takes, and this came from Blaze, and maybe Joe, because I think he came back and said a couple of things.
I don't want to get that man redemption. I don't want to give him no
Joe
redemption.
Will have something, but he legit said Itachi wasn't strong. Now, I don't know what he meant by Itachi wasn't strong, but Mr. Blaze, sir, what the hell were you talking? No, he did come back and say some stuff. So, Joe, what did he come back and say?
He tried to say basically that he wasn't saying that he wasn't strong, but that everyone glazes this man too much, and everyone says he could beat everybody, yada yada yada. He could beat Madara, this, that, and the third, but he doesn't think that he can. So basically, he was trying to say what he truly meant was that he's not as strong as everyone makes him out to be, but he knew that if he said just Itachi wasn't strong, that it would stir some emotion from a lot of people. So he was being Preston at that point, just trying to just trying to be controversial for sake of being controversial.
I mean, Blaze, if that was the case, then you could have at least said like Itachi is top 5. I think that would have
maybe not top 5.
No, I'm saying if you wanted to, was not top 5, or not top 10, or no, you can say top 15. Like anything like that, but to say he wasn't strong, boy, that was
he went. I don't know what he was talking about.
That was rough.
Yeah.
The next one.
Windbreaker
is better than Tokyo Revengers, and
Facts.
I'm just
100.
Real quick, insert play the clip back from when we said like what episode, what show that we said that you I will go and find it, to where you said that the episode between the episode and the season, like it didn't matter.
Oh, FMB and Freerin.
Okay, let's go back and drop that clip.
I'm not dropping it here because we just talked about it, but whatever.
No, let's go back and drop that clip. I'm just saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like, if you're going to say, I'm just saying, I cannot, in all good consciousness, Tokyo Revengers has, I think, 2 seasons. I cannot give an anime that has 7 episodes out better than an anime that has 2 seasons. And those 12. 2 seasons were really good. Excuse me.
It's got 12. At the point it's out 13 and a whole manga. And I'm sure I'll read the manga and tell you that the manga for Windbreaker is better than the manga for Tokyo Revengers, because I dare you to argue.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying episode to episode, season to even Windbreaker doesn't even have a season out yet.
It does. It does have a season out.
I'm done. You got it.
It does have a season out. So I'll say this. I'll reword it, P, to make you feel a bit better. I enjoy Windbreaker more than I enjoy Tokyo Revengers. Can I say that? Is that okay?
That's cool. I'm not mad at that.
Okay. So therefore it's better.
Nope, not doing that. We know that's a lie, but go ahead.
The last episode, well, obviously this is the last episode, but the last episode prior to the finale was we had the boys Rob and Tracy back on the pod together. And man, it was a good time. We basically went through talking about who is the biggest fraud in anime. Well, not even the biggest fraud. Basically, we had a list of some frauds, and we kind of ranked those 10 frauds from 1 to 10 as far as who is the best. And the highlight of this, should he have been higher? I mean, probably.
Maybe, yeah.
But the highlight of this is that Shanks was not number 10 on the list. He wasn't at the bottom like Rob wanted him to be. He's on the list, and Rob wasn't happy about it. But Shanks
made the list.
Shanks made the list, and he wasn't number 10. He was number 9, above Aaron. Should Aaron technically also be higher? In my opinion, yeah. But,
yeah.
I think Aaron deserves the 10th spot based on who else was on the list. But Shanks a fraud, bro.
Shanks a fraud, big time. Again, we talked about this, but like Shanks can do things that other pirates cannot.
Snake.
Oh, 100%. And we still don't know what he meant about. Like, we still don't know what that mean was about.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna be like, hey, yo. I hope it's so bad that Rob is like, hey, Rob gotta put his hands like, yo, y'all was right. Y'all was right.
That is what I'm waiting for.
So shout out to that man Rob, but also then man Tracy.
Tracy tripping.
Tracy was tripping. Was talking about, I forgot what number he said, whether it was 3 or 4. I know he said not including Luffy.
Yeah.
It was either top 3 or top 4, but Chopper is basically one of the strongest Straw Hats, either top 3 or top 4 strongest Straw Hats, not including Luffy. Zoro, number 1. Jinbei, number 2. Sanji. Nico Robin.
Brooke.
And I'll give him above Frankie. I'll give him over Frankie.
And even
and that's close, but I'll give him over Frankie. but I'll give him over Frankie. But that's 5 people that we just named above him. Nico Robin does she utilize it as much as she should? No,
No, but
but
if she did, and we
she
talked
on
about
demon
this,
time.
yeah,
She on
literally
demon time. If she focused on like
combat
fighting and stuff,
ability, yeah.
she up there top 3 competition. She
And again,
making a name for herself.
not to take anything away from Chopper, but I
Yeah,
think we need to realize that one, Chopper can grow to be giant size, which is cool. But when he slam like giants, we know now giants really like it doesn't like really matter. And we saw that with Queen versus
Chopper.
Chopper. Chopper slammed Queen, and Queen
Hey, that
was
was a dope moment. I love
it
that.
was dope, but Queen was unfazed.
Yeah,
It did nothing to this man.
yeah.
But again, Chopper did hold off. Like Chopper did what Chopper was supposed to do, which is hold off until the big guns arrived. And I think he did that very well. But again, I think that's more so like Oda downplaying like Queen's ability in the writing, because again, Queen is top 3. And so I have issues like with that. But to say Chopper is, we talked about it. Again, when y'all see the episode, we got into that. But to say that he's like one of the strongest, no. Like Chopper ain't taking Brook, in my opinion.
Yeah, no.
But yeah.
Excuse me. Whew.
Well, it's been 3 hours.
It's been 3 hours.
Actually, 3 hours and 25 minutes, because we also did live.
Yeah, we did that. We've been down here for a minute. It's almost 3:00 for P in the morning. And he gotta hop on the road. But man, real quick, P, what was your favorite? That was all the episodes, y'all. By the way, that's the season. It was a lot. I know it was a lot. P, what was your favorite episode? I have mine already, and it's not that like any episode was my least favorite. Didn't like, but there was just one that just obviously hit for me.
Then you go first.
It was episode 24, man, with the boys, with Blaze and Nike. Just it was a different dynamic. Obviously, we've had guests on the pod many a times, but it's a different dynamic to have in the room. I mean, we had Rob and Jared in the room in season 1. It was just different to have them in a room and be able to interact differently, and to have it wasn't even super anime heavy for us, but it was so funny, and the energy and the vibe of the episode was just different, bro. And it just like it was just different. And it meant so much more to have them boys act physically in the room. I could literally reach over and grab that man Blaze on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? It just hit different to have them boys in the room. So that was probably by far my favorite episode. Again, loved all of our guests, loved every episode we did, minus the Migi and Dali and High Card one. But loved almost every episode that we had, man. So
it's a toss up for me. One, if I, me and your episode, in person, I absolutely thought that was dope, because we don't get to do that often.
Yeah, absolutely.
But aside from that, honestly, it's going to be the episode before our last episode, and that was Rob and Tracy's episode. I enjoyed, like I said, first of all, that was. We interacted with Tracy before, and like I've been in his Twitch, as well as Rob, but to see them two together, I thought was really dope. But for me, it was everybody's anime impact, and we talked about that. I think like that sealed it for me. Like I am really big on, and even because you brought this, with us doing the anime impact every episode. And to see like everybody's perspective on like anime and how it affects them, and like just their different twists. But to hear like everybody's anime impact from this particular episode was like by far like the best anime impacts for me that we've had the entire season.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a funny episode. It was a great episode, but like those anime impacts like really impacted me. So much so that I was like, yeah, this is by far my favorite episode. Even like with Tracy, like me and Tracy going back and forth to where like I had said something and Tracy was like, let me piggyback off that. And I was like, that was good, sir. Let me piggyback off that. And then to see like all of us had, except for you, which again, yours was stupid dope. But to see like the Kaiju 8 and everybody piggybacked off the
all
Kaiju
3 of you,
8.
they do Kaiju 8,
and even to see like the Windbreaker, because originally I was gonna do Windbreaker, and to see like how I was like, oh man, like yeah, that's pretty much like what I was going to hit on, and to see you hit on that, and I was like, yes, sir. Like, the anime impacts made that like my favorite episode.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely that was a dope episode. That was a dope moment for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah,
man, that's the season, y'all. P, what you got to say to the people, man? Send us off on a high note, brother.
Man, so it's time for so long. So we'll sing just one more song. No, listen, because I'll get emotional at 3:00 in the morning. But in all seriousness, I appreciate everything that you guys have done as far as like the subscribing, the commenting, the likes, the sharing, just viewing us, interacting with us, dropping your Q&As, your hot takes. Like, again, and we've mentioned this before, and Joe said it before, like none of this is possible without you guys. And so like I really appreciate everything. I appreciate everything. This season has been it has been a blessing. It's been a hard one, but it's also been a blessing. Again, I know Joe is gonna hate me. Why is that there? Boom. Okay, we're back. Big shouts out to Joe, man, because like I said, like, and I know he's gonna get tired, but like, bruh, I have been really going through some stuff this season. Like, not saying I don't be going through stuff, but like this season has been like really, really stupid for me. To the point where it got into like our friendship and how we were maneuvering and running the podcast, and just that Joe cared enough to be like, all right, this ain't cool. Like, we gotta talk about this. And so just to have somebody that cares that much about me and about my well-being, and to legit say, and maybe this will come out before then, but legit to say that F the podcast, like we gonna be boys whether the podcast is here or not. So if we got to get rid of the podcast for us to be boys, then like the podcast is gone. And that resonated with me, man. That means a lot. So just between you guys and between Joe, like, bro, it's been hard, but it's been like one of the best seasons we've only had 2 seasons, but it has been like the best season that we've had so far. So man, kudos to you guys. Kudos to all of our guests, because again, none of this is possible again without you guys, for hopping on, for sharing your thoughts, for sharing your views, for arguing with us, for disagreeing with us, for having laughs, for having moments. And shouts out again to Joe. So that's it.
I let the first one slide. The extra little bit at the end there was unnecessary. But nah, man, I'll go less on the emotional side, because P has definitely said it, man. This podcast means a lot to us, but obviously my boy P means a lot more to me than the pod. So, like you said, if we gotta drop the pod, we gotta drop the pod for us to be good. But
we not dropping the pod though.
We're not dropping the pod because we good now. We good. I got my boy back, right? We good. All right.
All
right. But man, yo, like, I kind of talked about it a little bit with my anime impact, man. Like, I don't, at this point in my life, obviously got my family, and I got that to work on. Like, that's the most important thing. But man, for me, I was telling my wife earlier, like, I don't have football to, like, I'm working out, I'm training, I'm staying ready to go. Like, so anyone in that football world that sees this, bro, your boy ready. So whenever the heck y'all want to drop a phone call and tell me to come pull up, I'm there. I'm working, I'm ready. But like, I don't have football to like work towards. And for me, this has been what I've been able to put my energy and my effort and my drive and my focus into. And it has been such a blast. It's been a pain in the ass at times. Like today, this technical difficulties left and right constantly, bro. I'm ready to throw my camera, my computer, like P did when I said Hunter, right? But like, I love this podcast. I love doing it with my boy. I love hearing from y'all. I love putting content out there for y'all to interact with and letting us know how you guys think. I love the fact that we got to interact and meet with so many dope guests. Like y'all, like P said, have made this podcast what it is. If we didn't have y'all, we wouldn't be where we are today. If we didn't have all of you that are here watching, and the fact that you are still here watching or listening, bro, you are the freaking MVP, and I appreciate you so damn much, because the fact that this is about to be a 3-hour episode and you're still watching, still listening, you made this far, I'ma say it. What? Like, yo, man, I don't think you understand, bro. Like, this podcast has made me angry, has brought me joy, has brought me to tears that I have kept. I'm not like P, I don't like crying, so I'm gonna go ahead and be like, yep, nope, y'all go ahead back down. I ain't gonna do it. But man, I truly enjoy this podcast. We are just getting started. I know it feels like forever for us, at least doing all this, but we're just getting started. We're not disappearing. We're not going nowhere. Content's still coming. Shorts, the medium form, like I said before, man, it's still coming. But bruh, it's been a crazy journey to be where we're at now, man. We freaking formed a gosh darn LLC, bro.
Which
Like,
is crazy.
to some people that might be like, yeah, that's just common. Like, you should do that. But like the fact that we have one, just like we got paperwork, and I was like, hey, yo, we got an EIN. Like, what? Like, it's crazy. Hey, yo, we just got our bank account approved. Like, while we were recording this between the technical difficulties, our bank was like, hey, yo, your account is officially open. Like, bro, what, man? So thank y'all. Like, that's all that we just said was wrapped up in a nice little bow and put in the box just to say thank you. Excuse me. Y'all mean the world to us, man. Y'all aren't numbers like Blaze, like we hit with Blaze, man. Like, the numbers matter because the numbers are people. They're not just numbers. It's not just like, how can we get to 1 million whatever or 10 million whatever. Like, it's not that. It's how can we reach these people? How can we do stuff that the people love and enjoy and entertain? How can we get the people involved? And y'all have done nothing but be awesome to us. And even those of you that don't like what we got to say, thank you. Appreciate you tuning in.
I was
Appreciate
we
you
appreciate it too.
adding to the numbers and being the people that's consuming the content and have enough. We stir up enough emotion in you to say something. So thank you very much, man.
Yo, we got an LLC, man. Listen. Y'all really have to understand where I'm coming from, and I am a country boy who like
Country hood boy.
Low key, because I'll shoot you. But no, coming from like my family who like my grandma didn't finish high school, my grandfather didn't finish high school. My mom is a teacher assistant. She raised all of us, and my mom doesn't mind sharing, but like even now, like only makes like 30,000 a year and can still like make it work for her. So like for me, who like legit came from nothing to like have like a business like a LLC is like something unheard of. Like when Joe like told me that, and like I legit kind of like balled up a little bit, and I like reclused myself because I'm like, there is no way I'll be able to do this, because it's new to me. So that's why like when you were excited, I was like, I can't do this because this is new to me. I've never had this happen. I've never had a business. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. Like
I don't know what I'm doing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
out,
but I came from like, it's like I came from nothing. Like I came from like, people don't do business. People don't know how to do business. People don't have LLCs. Like we just do enough to get by. And so that's why, like, when I text you yesterday, I was like, "Hey, yo, we got to like that keeps playing in my mind, like, what?" And so, that's huge for me. And so, and I talked about it in my anime impact, but like, bruh, like there are things that like I dreamed of doing that like now are starting to become reality, or there are things that like I dreamed of doing, like now I think like those things are absolutely possible. And again, like Joe said, not to even sound like a broken record, but that like it would not be possible without you guys. Like none of this. So bruh, I'm gonna start crying, so thank you. That's it.
Man, Yeah, that's it, y'all. Thank you. We appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna end this how I always end this. But if you are still here watching, you're I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna bleep it, but you're a motherfucking MVP, bro. We appreciate you for real.
Just dropping that bomb.
Man, like, yo, you're MVP for real. If you're still listening, you also are a motherfucking MVP. Like, it's crazy, bro. It means so much to us. P, stop it. I'm you on camera. I'm not switching cameras. You own this.
You need to switch cameras, man.
Oh my god, bro. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Like the episode. Make Pete cry some more by liking this and blowing this man up. Comment down below. Yell at P. Yell at me. Whatever it is, bro. But just thank y'all. For real. This means a lot. Like I said before, we're not going nowhere. We're not leaving. The pod's still going. Content's still coming. Season 3 will be in a couple months from now. I'm not gonna tell you when because I don't know exactly when, but it's coming. Just like it did this last time. When we ready, we'll be back. We'll have more guests. We're gonna do the frequent episode thing. Maybe we'll have a different look, a different vibe. I don't know. It's gonna be better than this one, though. That's all I can tell you. Every time we're gonna get better. I don't like staying the same. I don't like being mediocre. Not that this is mediocre, but I got high expectations, high goals for us. I know P does as well, and so we're gonna do what we can to grind and push this out and make this thing better. So if you enjoyed this season, I promise you, season 3, you're gonna enjoy it even more. We love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much again. It's crazy to be here. And for the last time this season, with that, we're out. Peace.
Peace.